Well, yesterday at this time, I was yelling at Fester for walking in late. Well, he's actually here on time today. And in fact, Fester's going above and beyond because Fester's coming in for a couple of hours this morning, even though he's leaving today. I thought you were leaving last night, Fester.
No, the flight was this morning at 10 a.m. So usually you get to the airport, 2 hours early? All right, hour and a half early?
Depends.
Oh, gosh. I get there like 30 minutes before takeoff.
So, if I was
And
gonna
then
leave-
you get groped and you get all felt up by
Yeah.
TSA at Tampa International.
So I figured if I was going to leave my house by 6:45, 7 o'clock anyway, what's the point in coming in? But then we had some extenuating
Well,
circumstances.
Froggy did not make it back last night. Oh, my God. You ought to see the texts he sent me. I think he was drunk. In fact, I just texted him. He's on the flight now. He's on the plane. They don't take off for a little bit. Let me see if I can possibly get
All right, where is he? What city is he in?
Indianapolis.
Oh,
No, I think he made it. I think he made half of his. He had 2 flights back.
so is he in Indy or is he in Atlanta?
I think he's Atlanta.
I got to find out. I thought he was on the 605 direct from Indianapolis.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know if he made the Atlanta flight was all delayed last night from Indianapolis.
He's not going to pick up. He doesn't pick up when he's in town.
He doesn't. You're right.
Well, Fester, you are an above and beyonder today.
I mean, even if I wanted to sleep in for an extra hour, I'm not that guy. I wake up super early anyway. Might as well come in.
Yeah.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Yeah, what a shocker. He's not picking up. Hey, let me check my text because I asked him, are you on the plane? And he said, yes. And then I said, going to call you live in 3 minutes. And he didn't respond back.
He's already getting beverage service.
No, they haven't taken off yet. I believe he spent the night on a couch in the airport in Indianapolis because he sent me a picture of my bleeping bed tonight. And Andrew, I sent that to you. Did you get a picture of the couch that I emailed you?
Yes.
Which I got to be honest, as far as airport accommodations go, that looks pretty snazzy to me because usually you have those black vinyl seats that have the metal bars, the metal armrests in between, and you don't have any kind of and they do that deliberately. You don't have any kind of a stretch where you can lay down on. And whatever Froggy sent me a picture of, and Andrew, our producer, he'll get this up on mjmorningshow.com in stories that we mentioned, and we'll go ahead and we'll put the picture up. And Froggy said, I'm sleeping here tonight.
That's the worst. Have you ever slept in an airport?
I have not.
I have.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's awful. I slept in JFK one night.
Oh, well.
Was it? I think I might have slept in JFK one time as well.
Oh.
I thought my flight was at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and I missed it by 2 hours.
Right.
Whatever it was, I missed it. And I was completely, and then the next flight was 4:30 in the morning. So
Yes.
well, do we get a hotel? And we stayed in the airport, and my wife was pissed. She stayed up all night just scowling at me. It was awful.
Why is Froggy not picking up?
It's so noisy in the airport. Even in the middle of the night, you're trying to sleep, and just when you're about to fall asleep on that uncomfortable couch, then one of those machines, one of those.
The
Yeah,
floor.
the floor.
The floor
yeah,
machine.
they clean the floors in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's like, come on, Froggy, pick up the damn phone.
Please leave a
All right.
message
Oh, jeez.
after the beep.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So he's in
oh.
Indianapolis. He's not going to make it back by 10 o'clock then, is he? Or
He
is
was calling the gate agent at Southwest all kinds of nasty names.
That usually gets you bumped right to first class and right to, yeah, that helps.
Well, there's no first class on Southwest.
That's what I'm saying.
But Froggy was just, I think he was drunk. I think Froggy was drinking at the airport, and that's the only explanation for the spate of angry yelling. He was calling the Southwest gate agent names. He shot a video of him walking up to the Southwest agent, and the guy was smiling at him, and he was using all kinds of 4-letter words to describe the Southwest gate agent in Indianapolis. You ought to see my text. I have 40 texts from Froggy, and it's like rambling, drunk texts. Which I got to be honest, if I had to go to a trade show in Indianapolis to sell shelves, I'd probably be drinking too.
Well,
That's a whole different story. But he just rambled on and on and on. It was like nonstop. And he was calling the gate agent all kinds of 4-letter words. I mean, things I wouldn't even dare say here on the show. And I texted him back. I'm like, Froggy, how is it the gate agent's fault that your flight leaving, and I don't know what the circumstances were. I kept asking him, is it weather related? Is it weather? What is the issue? Why is your flight delayed out of Indianapolis?
They always say weather nowadays, whether it is or isn't.
Well, if it's weather, that gets the airline off the hook, for
Right.
instance, for providing you with a meal voucher, and more importantly, it gets them off the hook for providing you a hotel if you need to stay overnight. If it's their issue, if it's a mechanical issue, if it's their non-weather related issue, the airline usually is obligated to give you a hotel room and take care of you, give you some food vouchers. But if it's weather related, they don't owe you jack squat.
he hasn't flown in a while, is my guess, or doesn't fly often. But you're lucky if you make it home. Like, it's a crapshoot.
Yes,
If you're gonna
Pat, I would like to subtract the T, please.
See, I noticed that too. She's an often
Yeah,
person.
you're an often.
Yes, the only thing I heard in that whole sentence was often.
10. Yeah.
And I was like, what the what?
Yeah, often. I don't pronounce the T.
Oh my
It's
God. What
Often.
were you saying, Roxanne?
Often.
Something about him
Often.
getting home?
I don't know.
Not
Anyway.
flying
he
much?
doesn't travel a lot to know that this is like this is what happens
Oh,
nowadays.
you mean he doesn't travel often?
Well, this has happened well before any of the travel issues, weather problems, mechanical problems,
it's
whatever.
rampant now.
But he was supposed to fly last night from Indianapolis to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Tampa on Southwest. And he did not get, at least he told me that he wasn't getting on the Atlanta flight, that they moved him to, there's an Indy to Tampa nonstop. And that is, well, right about now. So that's probably why, hang on a minute, I can go to my flight radar 24.
I believe you.
He just was having a lemony snicket unfortunate
I-
event kind of travel
I can
day.
see if they push back. The reason why he's not picking up is they've already pushed back.
Okay.
Let me go to, he's on Southwest 236. He's on WN 236. And I've just typed it into FlightAware. And let's see, there's the red airplane. All right.
Yeah.
You are such an
Yeah,
airplane stalker.
There's the 6:05 to 8. So if he lands at 8:20,
Yeah,
MJ.
they're taxiing right now.
So if I leave here at 8 o'clock, he lands at 8:20.
Yep.
He could be here by 9. He could be here for the last
He
hour
could
of
be
the show.
here-
He's not going to come in.
Of course not. Now, he's on a 737 800 registration number N8654 Bravo. So that's the airplane. Let's see the age of this thing. He is on it's a fairly new for Southwest. He's on a 7-year-old 737. So that's why he's not picking up.
Can you imagine coming to work after not sleeping and not showering?
Yeah, I'm going to do it on Monday. Big deal.
I've done that before.
Yeah,
I've
seriously.
taken a red eye in from Vegas, for
Yeah.
instance, or I've taken a red eye in from Los Angeles and come right to work.
I picked him up at the airport, and then we drove into work.
That's happened before. All right, just getting rolling, but Froggy is in rare form. His texting to me last night, he had to be smashed up drunk with some of the crap that he texted me. All right, just getting rolling, running a little late this morning. Back in a second. Don't move. It's a busy Tuesday here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Oh, All right, MJ Morning Show. Fester's actually here. We'll tell you why next. It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ and the crew here. I'm laughing because Froggy is on a plane right now. He was supposed to come in last night. I'm laughing because I hope he doesn't have a passenger next to him with a gas problem the entire flight.
Wow.
Well,
That's
the reason why I'm bringing this up is I saw a story last night, like this whole blog about a gas problem on an airplane. I'm like, what the? I got to try to find this thing. Hold on a minute.
I just encountered some smells on the airplane I was on last Saturday.
Yeah, we'll get into that later on. Yeah, I've got to find the story. I thought I printed it out. Oh, yeah, I got it. The headline is farting passenger on airplane farts from New York to California.
that's a talented man. Or I assume it's a man.
Oh my God. I've got to share this. I don't know if I have enough time now. And then Roxanne, that's right. You know, I did jot that down.
Okay, good.
Because you did mention to me, because you guys were up in New York over the weekend because your fiance, Dig Dug, is Derek Jeter's bestie. And you guys were up at the Derek Jeter, I don't know, appreciation, whatever. What the hell?
It was DJ Appreciation Day.
There you go.
And I'm a DJ.
So Derek Jeter Appreciation Day was Friday night at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And Dig Dug and Roxanne went up. And was this on the way up or on the way back that you had the passenger with the issue next to you?
This was on the way back.
So it was next to you?
Yes, next to me. Doug and I had middle seats away from each other.
Oh, my
on both
God.
legs.
How the hell do you manage that?
Because we didn't book until the last minute.
Or you didn't pay the upgrade for enhanced seating.
We paid something because we had like priority when we boarded, but then we couldn't get seats next to
I
each
just
other.
love the fact
Either
that
way.
you guys got to pay you guys have to be part of the Derek Jeter entourage. That's what it is. It's like entourage.
I will say,
You guys are a bunch of Klingons and hanger-ons.
I'm not.
And-
Oh, come on.
MC
What?
Hammer paid for his entourage until he went broke.
That's true. That's true. So, Derek Jeter, if he expected you guys to be up at Yankee Stadium for Derek Jeter Appreciation Night, he should have sent a private jet to pick you up, or he should have paid for your airfare like first-class seats on commercial, and, certainly...
But think about the amazing experience that we got to be a part of. That's what you do. You go and support friends. That's all it is. We
All
just
right.
want to be there for him.
I support friends 40 miles from my house.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is that that's an expensive support deal. I mean, how much money have you guys spent Derek Jeter related? That's all I'm asking. That's all. Oh, Roxanne. Hold on. Did you get Roxanne's face?
Ugh.
Did you get Roxanne's face?
How many
Hold on.
frequent flyer miles
Hold
have
on.
you gotten?
Did you get Roxanne's face?
Doug has a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Did you miss her reaction?
I don't know if I had it on when she did that or not. I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at that screen.
Yeah,
All right.
MJ, listen.
Yes, Roxanne, when I said, hey, how much money have you guys spent that's Derek Jeter related? And Roxanne goes, take her camera right now. Take Roxanne's camera? Roxanne, what did you do?
I think I went like this.
It was even more.
More dramatic.
I do that, but 3 times as much. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the face you did when I said, how much money have you guys spent out of your pockets that Derek Jeter related? Give it to me one more time. Take our camera, and you got it? One more time. No,
I don't know what kind of face I'm making now.
No, it's like that, but it's like twice as like Funja faced.
See, she can
I got-
never recapture the original spontaneous Funja face.
I know.
No, it's that's what we like to do. It's
tell ya.
fun. Be with your friends. Do you like to be with your friends? How much money have you spent to be with your friends?
Well, it depends. I don't think I've spent as much as you guys have spent.
If I want to spend some time with MJ, we'll just go down to like El Caps and spend like $15 on hamburgers or something.
Yeah, I drove by El Cap about, I think like 2 weekends ago. Before Julian went back to school, I picked him up because he went to his friend's house in Old Northeast to hang out, his old Shorecrest buddies. And I passed by El Cap where the person smashed into the El Cap sign.
Yeah.
And the sign was gone, so I think it might have been taken away for repair or something. The old neon El Cap sign, it's an institution. And then I also saw, I don't know if they also, you have the overhang, you have the outdoor seating, and some of the seats all the way over to the right, the seating which is right along 4th Street, they had like some emergency tape, like the police line tape or whatever that was blocking off some of the seating. So I don't know if that overhang was like potentially a collapse hazard, but I mean, I hope they can restore and fix the original El Cap sign because someone smashed into it. One of the best cheeseburgers in town, and listen, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best cheeseburgers in America. El Cap, 4th Street, St. Petersburg. Anyway, Fester, thanks for going above and beyond. So when Fester heard that Froggy was not going to be here, Fester was not going to be here today because he's got a 10 a.m. flight up to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So Fester, in just a few hours, he's going to find himself on the Hershey Highway.
So it's best that I'm here this morning than home because there was a big issue at the house last night.
Oh, no.
And my mouth got myself into a lot of trouble. It was a really hard night last night.
So you will be here. You have to leave about 8 a.m. because your flight is 10 a.m. out of Tampa International, right?
Yeah, as of now. I mean, if they delay the flight, if I get a text alert that it's been bumped back till 11, I'll stay longer.
And just keep looking at the traffic updates to make sure you don't have a backup on the bridge.
Yeah.
Do you have the app? Do you have the airline app for your airline?
Yes, I have my airline's app.
And also, folks, what happened to your house? Because also we need to talk about for the early crowd, we've got to mention how you were on the phone live on the air yesterday pulling a big old Wambuki scam on your airline.
Roxanne flies to New York for some bougie event, and she's stuck in a middle seat separated from her significant other.
Yeah. Fester calls up American Airlines and tells them that, I've got an injured foot.
I sprained my ankle.
Okay, so Fester now has aisle seats at no extra charge all the way up and back. He's got 2 flights. He's got to fly from Tampa to Charlotte and then Charlotte to Hershey. or to Harrisburg,
Yeah,
rather.
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And Fester calls up, yeah, man, I hurt my leg. It's all sprained. And they're saying, hey, do you need wheelchair service? And Fester didn't opt for that. But Fester, he wambookied, he scam-a-llama ding-donged aisle seats at no like $36 upgrade charge. He's got aisle all the way up and back.
I'm good until I get to like the gate. Then I have to limp.
Are you really going to limp?
Well,
Are you on a watch list? Hey, this guy in 17D, you got to watch him. Just let's just double check that he actually has a foot injury or limp, or else they might just relegate you back to a middle seat.
I mean, is there a little asterisk on my account? You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, you've been flagged.
guy has major injury.
You've been foot flagged. All right. So what's going on? I only have a few seconds here, but what's going on at your house? What's the big problem?
So last night I'm packing my bag, and my wife says, "Are you gonna shave?" I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna shave." She goes, "You need to shave. You're gonna look a little scruffy. You look like crap."
Yeah, you're going to be selling RVs at the big Hershey, Pennsylvania RV show.
Yeah. 3
days only. What? How many days?
It's 5 days.
5 days only.
14-hour days.
14-hour days.
It's a long show. It's
Great
hard.
deals on RVs. It's the largest or second largest or co-largest RV show in the country this weekend, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Where's the address?
It's on the Hershey Highway.
so it's actually, Hershey Park, where the amusement park with the chocolate. I've never been there, but it's in the parking lot of Hershey Park.
You serious?
Yeah, it's enormous.
So where all the people go that want to go to Hershey Park?
The parking lot's enormous. It's the size of a Disney World parking lot for a much smaller place.
But you've got RV dealers from all over the country that go there, right?
Yeah, the footprint's probably similar to the state fairgrounds.
All right.
But so
what happened to your? I got 1 minute. What happened to your house? Why are you happy you came in this morning instead of staying home all morning and then going to the airport from your house?
She says to me, "Are you going to shave?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to shave, or I'll shave when I get there."
I know, I got that part.
Right,
but
okay.
what happened?
And she says to me, "Why aren't you going to shave here?" And I looked at her and I said, "Well, the Harrisburg hookers won't care." And her face dropped. She goes, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, all the Harrisburg hookers." I said it right that time.
You mean the Hershey hookers?
The Hershey hookers.
Because you're what'd you say? Harrisburg
I said
hookers or the
Harrisburg
Hershey?
because we're flying into Harrisburg.
Yeah, but you're not staying in Harrisburg. Then you're driving to Hershey. You're
Well,
taking the Hershey Highway.
The Hershey hookers or the Harrisburg hookers, they won't care if I'm bearded or not.
What am I, 3?
And she was pissed. Went to bed angry.
I can't imagine why.
And
There are no hookers in Hershey. Probably
You might find them wherever you want.
Anyway, she gave me the coldest shoulder, and I was like, it's just best I wake up and go into the morning show for a
You know
couple
what?
hours.
I got a thing for Amish hookers.
Oh my God! Don't say
And the buggies.
I mean, you're
Ooh,
making jokes.
the
but-
backseat of a buggy is fun. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, do you know?
No, I just
Something you want to tell us about the back seat of a buggy?
no, and you just see him going
I
bouncing by.
still just getting rolling here, folks. I got a great pile of early morons in the news next. Got a theme going this morning, I think. All right, early morons next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. You need a mover? I got right, you got the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. Well, this is a fantastic song. This is Not the actual song. It's just a rejoiner for morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, so what item did I sort of mention, but I didn't yet give you the details on just a few minutes ago? Anybody?
Gas in the air.
Yes. All right, so I guess this will qualify as early morons in the news. I never heard of this website, but it's called Travel Noir.
Okay.
All right. And the headline is Farting Passenger on Airplane Farts from New York to California.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You want me to share this with you? All right, here we go. Airline customers are having mixed emotions, or opinions rather, after a passenger asked the person he was seated next to ease up on the farts. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. Like, how did they identify that it was that person?
I mean, you're sitting next to a guy.
Right, but it could be the person to your right.
You probably heard it go.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come
From
on.
an auditory clue.
Well,
okay.
all right, here are the details on the story. The flight was going from New York to California when the passenger started to smell continuous farts from the person he was sitting next to. He did all he could do to block the odors, even put on 2 COVID masks, one on top of another, but that still didn't prevent the smell from seeping through until finally he asked the passenger to go stand in the bathroom and get it all out.
I mean, what else can you do? How does the human body keep that much gas in it?
Well, Fester, you're going to be on an airplane in a couple hours.
I know, and I'm trying to get it all out before I get on the plane.
The passenger denied his request and stated that what he was going through is a natural bodily function. The passenger then puts his headphones back on and proceeds to fart all the way to California. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you guys remember, this story is just popping into my head, that there was a story not too long ago that smelling gas is actually good for you?
No, I don't remember
No,
that.
we didn't talk about that.
It's so disgusting.
What, are you having a show in your head?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, she is.
There's a story that says, is smelling gas actually healthy for you?
Oh, she's really?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. And
well, let me finish the story
that
first.
one.
The man smelling the farts decides to reach out to social media to see if other people thought that he was being inconsiderate to the farting passenger. The man wrote, I was flying back to California from a work trip in New York City, and just about every 15 to 20 minutes, I smell the foulest of farts. So bad that I got the extra masks I brought and wore a double mask for the whole flight to block the smell a little better. After a while, I was getting sick of it and asked the guy next to me if that was him farting the whole time. I was trying to be as polite as possible, or as I could, and he seemed not to be offended or anything. Just said, oh, yeah, sorry, man, and then just went back to watching his in-flight movie. Another hour goes by, and he's still letting one rip at a regular basis, so I followed up by saying, hey, sorry to bug you again, but if you're farting this much, could you, just go to the bathroom or something? Just get it all out so you can ease up on the farts a bit. I was trying to have a jovial tone and keep it light, but he was not having it. Kept going on about how it's a natural bodily function and to stop bugging him about it, to which I responded, yeah, it's natural to poop too. Maybe it's your body telling you to let it out. After which, he just frowned at me and put his headphones back on. He kept it up the whole flight and seemed pretty satisfied with himself. Was I really being unreasonable to ask him about it? I know some people are sensitive about their bodily odors and whatnot, but after calling him out about it, he seemed to take pleasure in the fact that he was dropping bombs the whole flight.
Yeah, I'd probably be the same way.
Oh, my. I've never really had to ask anyone else to poop, so I don't know if there's really established etiquette for the situation. A few folks were on the passenger's side, stating that the farting man should have been more respectful so the other people on the plane didn't have to deal with it. One person wrote, I think it's pretty rude to fart that much on a plane. There are other people around who can't escape the smell, and you can't open a window. Unless one of the turboprop blades breaks off and shoots into the cabin and smashes out the window. Another said he could still fart in a bathroom. There's no need to stink up the cabin. However, some commenters defended the flatulent man's behavior, stating that it might have been a medical issue. I knew it was going to go to that. Well, I feel bad for him. What if he's got a medical issue?
That's
and you're trying to make him feel bad, and you're fart shaming him on the airplane. And what if he has a medical issue?
I've never heard those two words put together like that.
It sounds nice, doesn't it?
Fart shaming.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've just coined that.
Oh
great.
wow.
I've just coined it.
Don't you fart shame me.
By the way, there's a reason why we're doing this at 6:40 in the morning. All right, it's 6. I'm doing this story at 6:44.
Yeah, I mean,
6:44.
Yeah, what did he say?
6:44.
It's 6:44. Hey, Andrew, I am shocked that you're not like dropping a couple of bombs on us right now. I'm shocked that do you have any sound effects brought up?
Yeah, and I put them in the system weeks ago for another one, and you chose not to use them.
But I don't see them. I don't have them before me. See, this is where you can drop in some sound effects. Yeah. All right, Fester, I don't need you making mouth noises.
Those
here.
aren't mouth noises.
All right, another said, blah, blah, blah. However, some commenters defended the guy's medical issue. One said it could have been a chronic condition, which he may not have wanted to explain in depth to a stranger in the middle of a crowded plane. I heard a belch in there. No,
that's burps.
Yeah, I got burps in here. That's the scene from Blazing Saddles. I don't need that.
Okay, so this montage of gas sounds is inappropriate for this segment, Andrew, because of the burps.
Another argued on a plane the guy's options are pretty limited. You made a huge deal out of this and came off as immature. People were chastising this guy on social media. What benefit?
I could go on the whole flight.
My God. What is going on with that?
Holy God!
Wait a minute. Is this gonna stop?
Oh my God.
Hello? Is this gonna stop?
Andrew, sweet redemption. That's perfect.
Oh my God.
Did the pilot? Yeah.
You're now free to fart around the country.
Yeah, that's right. Pilot must have come on by that point.
It's the new Southwest tagline. You're now free to fart around the country.
Yes.
So that's the story. That's an early morning show story right there.
What an awful flight experience for both of them.
Yeah.
But I do just have to mention that this story, I'm going to send it to you just for your fun and enjoyment of reading, MJ. But it says that smelling that is good for your cells. It's good for the
what are you talking about? Where are you coming up with this?
She is still on her point that she was trying to make, that smelling bodily aromas from other people is good for you.
I'm not saying I want to do it. I'm not saying I do it. But Healthline.com has a story.
Yeah, okay. Healthline. That's a source I frequent. Healthline.com. Yeah, the trusted name in health news.
Listen, potential benefits: lower blood pressure, treat heart attack and stroke, improve kidney health, protect your brain, and reduce the effects
stop
of
this
aging.
nonsense.
I would like to say, since Roxanne has been working next to me every morning, her kidney function has been impeccable.
Yeah. All right. Then the story ends with, again, passengers aren't the only ones who fart on airplanes. The cabin crew also lets it fly now and then. When passengers get the nerves of flight attendants, they commit what's known as a crop dusting.
That's right.
Whenever flight crew needs to fart, they walk by the passenger that annoyed them the most and let it rip. Is that a thing?
You've never heard of crop dusting?
Well, no. Of course I've heard of crop dusting, but a flight attendant, if you have a passenger that is annoying, if you have just a knucklehead passenger on your flight, is that a thing for the flight attendants to crop dust that passenger and let her rip as they're walking by in the aisle?
I can't imagine a flight attendant would do that.
Hang on, walking by 12 F right now. 12F as in fart. Well, actually, that would be the window seat if it's a 3 and 3. So, yeah, the C and the D would be the aisle seats.
Excuse me, sir. You against the window.
That's your single aisle airplane, like an Airbus 320 or a 757 or 737. But if you have a wide body, if you got a heavy, then you got the two aisles. So I don't know what all the seat designations are there, but depending on the model aircraft. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the gas story. Guy dropping them all the way from New York to California.
Wow.
And those double masks don't even protect you from the smell coming in your nose.
That's what the person said. And that is the early chunk of morons. And I really didn't get to my real morons.
It's an early whiff.
Yeah, I still have a pile of like the real morons that I wanted to do there.
Just sniffing around the real morons.
That I wanted to do there. All right, so told you I'm 3 years old.
How about
all right, so hang on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will get to the actual real morons in the news next. How about that?
Great.
Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I want to talk about moolah. 7:01. It is a minute past 7 o'clock here on a Tuesday. Now, if you recall the schedule that we talked about, I think last week and even yesterday, Froggy was out on Friday and Monday. Froggy was supposed to return today. He was at a trade show in Indianapolis because his real job is the family business, which is a shelving and fixture company. And he had to go to like some hardware and trade show and have a booth at some convention hall in Indianapolis. I got to find out if he went to the St. Elmo's Steakhouse while he was in Indianapolis. So Froggy's supposed to be back today. He's not, because he could not get home last night. His Southwest flight out of Indianapolis to Atlanta was delayed, and he couldn't make the Atlanta connection. He never got out of Indianapolis, so he's on a 6:05 flight. He left about an hour ago, and he's going to land a little after 8 o'clock, I guess, here in Tampa. That's the schedule from Indianapolis. Now, Fester...
Whoa. If you're going to talk about all this and you're not going to reference Mercury retrograde, then I can't listen to you as a serious broadcaster.
Oh, wow.
What? You're chastising me and you're questioning my broadcast skills and acumen because I'm not talking about Mercury freaking retrograde? What the hell is that? And why do you bring this up?
If you can't even reference that when you're talking about travel delays, we're in the thick of it right now. Mercury retrograde started last week and it's not going to end until October 1st. So expect travel delays and miscommunications and people with frayed nerves. Like, that's exactly what Froggy's going through right now.
What the hell is... Explain Mercury retrograde. What the hell is it?
Listen,
and why do you bring it up 4 times a year?
Because it happens 4 times a year.
Okay, so right now, Mercury will go into retrograde. It went in September 9th.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
It's going backwards. Retrograde means backwards. So Mercury is supposed to be moving forward. It's a planet of communication and travel. And
I want to retrograde whenever you talk about Mercury retrograde.
And it's like an oh no period. Like, it's like, don't sign any contracts during this time because it might not work out. It's going to be over October 2nd.
That's my plan.
Oh no. So it says expect communication errors.
Yes.
Expect misunderstandings with friends and loved ones. All because
missed flights?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Mercury retrograde. Can you not bring up Mercury retrograde for the rest of the year?
When it applies, I will always bring it up.
Oh, my God. All right. So I've got morons in the news, which we didn't get to because we did the other story in the last segment. So Michelle texts me, I guess, hang on a minute. Fester.
Yes.
So Fester, I didn't finish my story. Fester is here because Froggy is not back. And listen, Fester, we could have done the show without you. I mean, it could have been the Roxanne and MJ show today. Or MJ and Roxanne show. Why am I giving her top billing?
I sent you a little. Did you see the little happy dancing emoji I sent you last night?
First of all, wait till the next contract. It'll be the Roxanne and MJ show.
No, it won't.
And then with all this Mercury retrograde talk, I'm kind of glad I came in.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff going to be happening. I think, is that going to be all Mercury retrograde related by any chance? All right, so Fester, out of the goodness of his heart, came in because your flight doesn't leave Tampa International until 10 a.m. Is it 10 a.m. exactly?
It's like 10:12.
Okay, 10:12. So Fester came in for a couple of hours. Fester's got... And then Michelle texts me, before I get to the morons in the news, Michelle texts me, what did Fester say to Allison that made her so angry? So I think Michelle heard us talk about it, but then we did something else for a moment and came back to it. So Michelle kind of dozes in and out and weaves in and out of the... Hang on a minute. Let me... calling the old princess phone, the old trimline phone right next to the bed, the landline, baby.
Hello?
And notice how crystal clear this sounds versus, 12,000 cell calls being jammed on some bandwidth. Hey, Michelle?
Yes, hello.
All right, so you heard me mention, or you heard Fester say that Allison's angry, and then what, you fall back asleep?
He said his mouth got him into trouble, and I want to know what he said.
Okay, so Fester said, this was about 20 this morning?
Yeah.
And Fester said, yeah, my mouth got me into trouble.
She's still pissed off at me.
All right, so here it is. We got to go into morons, so Fester, tell Michelle what got you into trouble.
I was packing last night, and my wife said, hey, are you going to shave before the big RV trip? And I was like, no, I'm not going to shave. I'm just going to go kind of scraggly looking, kind of scruffy. She's like,
Fester's headed to Hershey, Pennsylvania because he works for General RV. That's his real job. And he's headed up to do a big 5-day RV sale. One of the nation's largest RV sales is in the parking lot of Hershey Park in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So that's where Fester's going. And she says, you going to shave?
She's like, are you going to shave? And I'm like, no. She says, you really should shave. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to shave. And she goes, oh, come on. You're trying to look professional. You should shave. And I'm like, I'm not shaving. And then she goes, why are you not going to shave? And I was like, well, all of the Harrisburg hookers won't care. And she just looked at me and she's like, what? Right? She's like, are you talking about leaving town for a week and hookers?
Oh.
What? And I was like,
Fester.
And I was like, I'm kidding.
Hey, Fester, why does it sound like you're off mic when you're yelling into the microphone?
I couldn't be any closer to this microphone.
Maybe stop yelling. Just kind of talk.
I couldn't be any closer to this
That's
microphone.
much better. All right, go ahead.
So, Michelle, I explained to my wife that the Pennsylvania hookers won't care if I'm a little scruffy or not, at which point she disproportionately got extra pissed at me.
Yeah.
For,
always good
mouth.
to have that extra pissed off feeling when you're about to leave your wife for 5 days.
That's terrible,
Yeah. Yes,
Fester.
I know.
It's awful it is. All right, Michelle, so that's what it was about.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, speaking of shaving,
Yes.
I didn't get to this last week, but this is sort of a moron in the news. I think I had this slated. I just didn't get to it. Did you see a guy was ejected from the Arthur Ashe Stadium in Flushing Meadows or Forest Hills, wherever the hell that is? Did you see that this at the tennis complex?
Is the U.S. Open there?
Yeah, well, is it over? Is the U.S. Open done? It's over? All right, so it's over. I don't follow tennis at all. And apparently some guy got ejected from the stands because he was cutting his hair in the stands. He had one of those. He had one of those like wall battery powered razors.
Yeah.
And the guy's trimming his hair while sitting in the stadium, and they threw him out.
Can you not do that? What's wrong with that?
Hey, Andrew, can you get the buzzer sound effect? I think we should have a buzzer in the system. One of those hair clipper buzzers. So
wait a second. If he's, how did he get that into the stadium?
I don't think that is a banned item. I think you can bring a battery-powered hair shaver in. You just can't use it, apparently. So there we go. There you go. So, this guy's doing this. During a serve, I think. I don't know. Apparently 2 men got thrown out. Their little viewing and stay at Arthur Ashe Stadium last week was cut short. One guy buzzed the other guy's head right in the stands. Nick, I guess, how do you say that guy? Nick Kyrgios? I can't, the tennis guy. And Karen Kakanov, I don't know, played their quarterfinal. And these 2 guys had clippers and they had sort of a barber cape going on. This is clearly some kind of a stunt. Did one of their friends dare them? I dare you to clip his hair in the middle of a tennis match? Or,
yes.
Come on, is this some kind of stunt for, I don't know, wall clippers or for, I don't know, for great clips or something or super cuts? What was, this is some kind of dare or something.
It's the new zany New York morning show.
Yeah, good morning. It's the Elvis Duran show. We're going to clip some hair in the studio. Yeah. Or in the stadium, rather. So there you have it. So a little.
What other grooming things would be inappropriate at sporting events? Could you paint your nails?
I would say getting a Brazilian. You find that funny?
I mean, that would obviously be inappropriate for so many reasons. But I mean, what?
Kelly Clarkson.
Really,
a Brazilian.
Any kind of waxing at a sporting event would probably get you kicked out.
So any hair removal?
I would say that.
What about like fingernail clipping? Because like I use those clippers that when the nail goes,
and
it's
it
like
makes a snapping noise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right before a serve, and it would echo through the whole stadium. So.
What about teeth flossing?
Yeah, I think that's inappropriate.
Have you ever known anyone that flosses their teeth like in front of people?
Okay, so with the invention of the little floss sticks,
yeah,
people floss their teeth everywhere,
and I don't like that.
I've seen people do it at restaurants, and it's pretty gross. You get like some ribs stuck in your teeth, and next thing you know, person at the table next to you is flossing with like an Oral-B little plastic flosser.
See, when you had to wrap it around your finger,
by the way, is that the regular or mint flavored?
The mint flavored would be more appropriate.
Yeah.
But
all right, so I got a bunch of things we got to get to here. I don't know what it is with teachers. Lately, I've got in town, out of town. We've got a former teacher at Florida Christian School was arrested for twerking on a student.
So did she do a handstand and lean up against that, or
30? Here's the deal: 39-year-old Julie Hoover was accused of dancing on the underage student's back on April 8th. So this teacher was, it sounded like they were dancing on the student's back, but no. Julie Hoover, 39, was accused of dancing on the underage student back in April during the school prom.
Okay.
And at the time, she was an employee at the Point of Grace Christian School in Perry, Florida. Yeah, authorities said that the student told investigators that Hoover also pressured the student to drink alcohol and forced the straw from her cup into his mouth. Yeah, according to the school, the staff had alcohol in the back to drink after prom when the students left. Oh, wait, so the Christian school students had a prom. The chaperones and the staff were there, and they had a whole bunch of booze in the back that they were going to get all lit on after the prom was over.
Okay, it was just red wine, and they were saying blood of Christ before each sip, so it was fine.
Then we've got a Florida teacher accused of having sex with a 16-year-old student in a classroom closet. My God. Daniel Norman, 41, accepted 2 best interest guilty pleas for 1 count of unlawful sex with a minor, 1 count of offense against the student by an authority figure. Yeah, this happened at the Independence Middle School in Jupiter. That's where it happened.
So we've got a prom story, a closet story.
Yeah, I got sex with a 41-year-old male teacher having sex with a 16-year-old student in a closet classroom, in a classroom closet.
I'm still stuck on the prom one, and I'm trying to get a visual. Was she like backing? How do you twerk on someone? Do you back that ass up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Roxanne, you seem to know exactly how you twerk on somebody.
No, I know. I know
that's
the act of twerking, but on someone.
And then we got a 42-year-old female teacher here in the Tampa Bay area at Carrollwood Day School. That's a very well-known school.
I have a lot of friends whose kids go there.
Well, do they know Jamie Melton, a high school English teacher, facing criminal charges for allegedly having sexual relations with a student this month? Wow. All right, there's more on that. Hang on. Let me get to that after the break. I don't want to get too late here. But there's more details on a high school English teacher getting it on with a student at the Carrollwood Day School. All right, hold on. That and a whole lot more is next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I haven't even scratched the surface. Oh, and next begins our gigantically long segment. Oh, Fester, I need a follow-up from you. I need to know what the final count is. I need the final countdown. All right, folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll find out next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Two college... Fester thought he lost something. Fester has just informed us that he actually found his most important travel accessory, and that would be?
My seatbelt extender.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very happy.
Do you have it with you right here?
Yeah, it's over. I put it on the other side on the console.
Here it is. Here it is. So Fester, don't you love how they show you how to use your seatbelt on the airplane?
Essentially, what they use during that demonstration is the seatbelt extender.
That's what they use. So, ladies and gentlemen, to properly use your seatbelt, you take this end and you fasten it into this end. Look at that.
So,
yes, because it's so difficult to figure out how to use a damn seatbelt, and they show you every single time. What is it, your first time on an airplane? I mean, I realize some people may be first time flying, but come on, you really need instruction how to put your seatbelt in the actual fastened mode, really?
So the seatbelt extender that you're holding was...
Yeah, what airline did you rip this off of?
I think it was Delta. But after I asked for it, the stewardess said, or the flight attendant said, you can't call them stewardesses anymore. The flight attendant said, hold on, I have to use the one that I have
for the demo.
For the demo. So that was the demo model. And then she kind of tossed it to me afterwards. And off the plane with me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If you had to use the actual life preserver, would that keep you afloat or would you sink?
Well, I'm naturally buoyant.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm glad you brought that up because I'd like them to spend less time on the seatbelt demo and more time on the flotation devices stuff. Because I don't know that I would.
Wait a second.
And especially for someone like Fester.
You need instruction on how to fasten the seatbelt?
No, I'm saying less time on seatbelts, more time on flotation devices.
I thought you said it the other way around, but maybe. All right, so I'm holding up the seatbelt extender to MJTV. So those that are watching MJTV, you can watch MJTV live 6 to 10 a.m. The entire show is broadcast live on MJTV. You just go to mjmorningshow.com, and at the very top of the page, you click on MJTV, and you can watch us live 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, or you can watch any of the replays. However, wait a sec. Before I move on here.
Yes.
Apparently, Friday's replay got booted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well,
what was that about?
I had a bunch of people complain. I'm over the weekend. I'm like, hey, where's the video? Well, the best that we can guess is that, was it Friday that we talked about the Salvation Army? Was it Friday's show?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Well,
yes, it was.
We played a little bit of Bon Jovi. It was Gino talking over the end of Bon Jovi and talking about Fester at the Salvation Army in Brandon, and he said over the air, attention, Salvation Army, there's a suspicious, portly gentleman walking around your store, because Fester told Gino, the midday guy here on Q105, hey, they're listening on Q105 or listening to Q105. Give them a shout-out at the Salvation Army. And then Gino says, Salvation Army, thanks for listening out in Brandon, but there's a suspicious... I'm not playing it again because our video will get booted again. I'm not going to play it again.
Because of the last note of a Bon Jovi song?
Apparently so. That's the only thing is there are algorithms and there are, I guess, bots that crawl the content. And it's like when I got my video that I shot over the weekend where I was picking out doggy poo bags out of my bushes because people in my neighborhood are just chucking doggy poo bags into people's yards. And I put who let the dogs out underneath. It got flagged and taken off of Instagram, even though it was an option to add the music from their very own Reels app. I don't get it.
Hold on. How do we play a game show like 8-Bit Hit?
Yeah.
Where we play a dozen songs. We play the digital version, and then we play the real song, and we jump around and we clap, and we're all excited when they win.
Maybe those have been removed. I don't know.
Or maybe it's like coded or
take
something.
Take your seatbelt extender.
There you go.
All right.
Maybe the Salvation Army sabotaged our server
Could
and
be.
cut the story off.
I don't know, but
Very strange.
Friday's video replay got booted, not available to view. You know, when I look at it, it says video unavailable. The uploader has not made this video available in your country. That doesn't make sense, though. Yeah, Andrew, what's the story? Yes. Hold on. Say it again.
The podcast is still available.
All right, the podcast is available. The video's not available. Right. It's the YouTube video. Can you try and track this down, please? Because, for instance, if you go to Friday's video replay, streamed live on September 9th, it says video unavailable. The uploader has not made this video available in your country. That's not true. Make it available anywhere. So can you try to hunt this down and do some forensic computer work and find out what the hell the story is?
I want to know what country it is available in and go there.
Give that to Andrew so Andrew can follow up on that. All right, so quickly here, just following up on the Carrollwood Day School story. 42-year-old female teacher arrested for having sex with a student. Jamie Melton, high school English teacher. Oh, this story points out it's the $25,000 a year Carrollwood Day School.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, facing criminal charges after allegedly having sexual relations with a student this month. Arrested on Sunday for sexual battery a day after local authorities issued a warrant for her arrest. Quote from the school, quote from the sheriff. The sheriff said, "This woman was a trusted member of this community who was responsible for the education and well-being of students." That's according to Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister. Instead, she violated that trust. As a parent, I'm disgusted, and I hope she faces full consequences for her actions. Authorities say it's an isolated incident, but they're investigating if Milton was inappropriate with any other students.
I believe Milton is married to one of the administrators there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Wow.
And it has a family with children.
Yeah. We don't know the age. I'm sure it's circulating, but the news reports don't give the age or sex of the victim. But more details are expected with the release of the court papers. I guess those came out yesterday. You want to see if the court papers actually came out? And a statement from the school in a letter to parents, the school's principal, Sarah Rubenstein, said that Melton was charged with relations with a student over 12 and under 18. And they also said that Mrs. Melton had an unblemished teaching record, and we have not had any concerns about her conduct prior. Miss Melton has been suspended from her position immediately. I don't think she's going back.
An unblemished record, but boy, when she screws it up, she really...
It's all blemished up good right now.
I mean, you can't come back from this one, Ms. Melton.
A lot of blemishes. All blemished up. A couple of things here. And I've got a gas station video, folks, that you're not going to believe. Couple of things. Fester.
Yes.
Can I get a count? You didn't mention this yesterday. How many of the Fester naked shower pictures that Froggy took of you at his pool shower at the beach, and Froggy surreptitiously took a picture of Fester, who was taking a shower in the outdoor shower to get all the sand off him at Froggy's family's Reddington Shores beach house. And Fester didn't know, but he was turned his back, and Froggy snaps a photo, and then, well, you know the rest, folks. Fester then embraces this. He has 200 pictures, 200 prints made, 4x6s at CVS. And then he autographed them and would personalize them and was selling them online on a, what was the platform?
I opened up a Venmo account?
A Venmo account and everything. All right, so you printed up 200. Fester, how many total pictures have been sold of you naked in Froggy's pool shower?
158.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so wait a minute. You're telling me
158. I spent all weekend signing.
So there's still 42 available.
Oh, I still have a couple of them in the office in the envelope. Yes.
So there's still 42 that are unsold.
Okay, hold on.
So you almost sold $1,600 worth.
There's like 35 that are unsold because a couple of them I messed up, or my spelling or my handwriting was
You
too
forgot
messy.
how to spell your name?
You smudged the Sharpie all over your butt.
Yeah, I mean, so a couple of them I had to tear up, but there's still some left, and I can always have a second edition. But I'm almost through my original 200. I couldn't be more happy.
That's amazing.
Wow. All right. So if somebody wants to get a hold of the remaining 40, well, you think 35 are left?
I have about 35.
Right. So if they want an autographed picture of you naked, it's a rear shot, and Fester has the amazing shrinking invisible butt. For a guy this big with all the extra things hanging off of him, and to have no butt, it really is amazing. I think there might be something like Guinness World Book related in there.
Gotta
A
be
proportion, right?
Yeah,
There's got to be a category in Guinness that I qualify for.
in Guinness?
Guinness.
I said Guinness.
And Guinness.
And the grimace. All right. So, you know what? You actually look like the grimace in the shower. You're not purple. All right. So, how do people get a hold of the remaining photos if they want an autographed naked photo of you in the shower?
All right, so if you go to Venmo, you can find me and just put in Fester-MJ and I'll pop up and you can send me $10. Tell me where you want me to send the picture to and I will. Or while I'm waiting in the airport in about an hour from now, I will repost my Venmo link on all of our socials for you to just click over. $10 to me, picture to you.
About 35 remain. That's about it.
And now, MJ,
yes,
it's the really rewarding part of this whole episode is when the listeners who have received the pictures send me a picture of how they're displaying their picture. And so if you're any of the 150 some odd ones that I've already sent out and you have it posted, send a picture, text it to me. I'd love to see it.
We need a hashtag to go along with it.
Right?
it's a picture of the picture.
A picture of the picture.
There you go. Yes, Andrew.
Yes. So what about the one you sent to the White House?
I haven't heard back. President Biden has not.
Did you really send one?
Yeah, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington D.C.
222 something.
Yes, yeah. I looked it up, but yeah, I sent one to.
How about we do like hashtag Fester's Lil Bum?
Okay, that's
terrible.
No hashtag. Just send it to me directly.
I'm sorry,
people.
I'm sorry.
Is that the
Rocky.
worst?
That's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, could have done
It's a little-
without that.
Hey, this brainstorming session.
It's a little terrible. Lil.
All right, folks, I have a video that you've got to see. Now, you guys haven't seen the guest. It's up. I've got it queued up on our webpage here. But, folks, this is unbelievable. All right, I need you guys just stop. Just stop.
Andrew, come back and get it. Bring it back up here on the screen.
What did you do?
I don't know.
It was just up here, and now it's not up here. Stop. Just leave the mouse alone. Don't touch the computer. Don't touch the computer. So, folks, you've got to see that. Oh, it's gone now. What? Andrew, would you come in here, please?
Andrew,
Why is it gone again?
I don't know. For some reason, on when I type in mjmorningshow.com, it doesn't come up under videos we mentioned.
What are you doing, Andrew? What are you actually pushing here to make it come back? Now it's gone. What is going on with our website?
And then Andrew touches like F2 or something. Now it's gone.
Now it's gone again.
Maybe I didn't touch it. Maybe it just
I
fell off the page.
I don't understand this. I mean, I do not understand our webpage. Anyway, I got to tell you, you guys need to see the video. I need to show you the video.
Is there another way to see it besides on our webpage?
Oh, my God. It's not there all of a sudden.
Was it on Instagram or Twitter or?
Yeah, it's on. Somebody sent it to me from Twitter. Maybe go to a different browser. Go to Internet Explorer
I'm
or something,
Mozilla.
or whatever the hell they call it now. Well, we were on Mozilla. That was Firefox. All right, so there is a girl who appears to be in her like mid-20s at a gas station, and you are not going to believe what happens at this gas station.
No.
All right, now it's, oh my God. I'm just trying to do a show here.
That's all we're trying to do.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
That's it.
It's here. What is happening?
Now it's there. I don't know what's going on with our damn website, but it's awful. All right, folks, are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to bring up the audio. I want to play the audio here. And this is truly stunning. Watch this.
Oh my God, what do I do? Nicole, you need to spit that in.
Oh my God.
It's not stopping. I know. What do I do?
It's not stopping. All right, so she adds an extra syllable to it's not stopping. This young woman is at an Exxon station, and the gas is spraying out of the nozzle. If you look at her shirt, look at the beginning of the video. Look at the beginning of this video, and we have it posted. Hopefully it shows up for you. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, that's mjmorningshow.com. Go to our website, mjmorningshow.com, and then click on the top of the page. You'll see videos that we mentioned on the show. And then you will see this truly stunning video.
Oh my God, what do I do?
Look at her. Did you see her shirt? She is covered in gas. Look at her.
Oh my God. What do I do?
She's got gas all over. Her whole blue shirt is wet.
She's going to have to throw away that blue shirt.
My God. And then gas is all over the ground at the gas station, all over the concrete pavement of the gas station. Gas, gallons and gallons of gas. So her shirt is gas soaked.
Nicole, you need.
And then her friend aims the camera around and the gas nozzle is on the ground. So she drops the gas nozzle on the ground and gas is still flowing out of the gas nozzle. It's streaming out of the device as the gas nozzle's on the ground. And then she goes and picks up the nozzle again. And then it's spraying all, and then she goes, "It's not stopping."
So did she have the handle in the locked position?
She must have had the catcher. You know, when you squeeze the handle, and you can put that little locking mechanism down, so you don't have to keep squeezing. Some gas stations have it, some stations don't, and of course, the way that operates is it releases as soon as the backflow is detected and the tank is full. That's when the handle releases. But somehow the handle got stuck.
Jammed.
Something got stuck, and the gas is going all over the place. So if that happens, then you got to manually get in there and just pull the little clip out.
Yep.
To release the trigger from being squeezed or held in place.
I had a bad experience like that. You guys.
Hold on, this was you?
Yes.
This happened to you?
Yes. One time it was totally user error. I was at a gas station near my house and I put it in and I did the little jam thing so I could like walk around the back of my car and get something out of my trunk.
You put the nozzle in your gas tank, you squeeze the trigger on there, and then you put the little holder in place it would hold your gas nozzle, yes?
I did. And then I got something out of my trunk and then I was going to throw it away. And so like a complete idiot, instead of like stepping over the hose or instead of walking around the backside of where the pump was.
Don't tell me you tripped over the hose and yanked it out.
I limboed under. I didn't limbo. I like ducked my head under. I tried to go under it. Stupidest thing ever. And so it popped up into the air and it was like spurting out. I was wrestling with the gas hose. It was as bad as Zoolander when they had a gasoline fight. I was just like squirting it all over the place, all over myself. My clothes were completely covered in gasoline. I had to throw it all away.
Nobody light a match. What if there was a spark? You could have gone up like a torch.
I didn't go back to that gas station for probably a year. And then when I went back, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, so they recognized you?
I guarantee you.
So you were doing limbo underneath the gas hose, causing a major spill.
I guarantee you that they took those off because someone caught me on surveillance video.
So wait, you went back how many months later?
Like a year later.
A year later, and they recognized you?
I'm sure that they.
Hold on, I thought you said someone said something to you.
No. What I'm saying is, I went back a year later, and I realized that those little clicks where you can stick it like that are no longer available. So somebody probably watched me on surveillance video wrestle with the gas with the hose and said, "We're not going to allow this to happen again," and made that not possible.
This video is crazy. Go to mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Click on videos we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. And this is insane.
Oh my God. What do I do? Nicole, you need to put that in.
So the gas nozzle, it's ticking off the gallons. The pump is ticking off the money. The dollars are obvious. The gas is spraying all over the ground. The nozzle is now on the ground after you know what must have happened? I'm guessing she had the nozzle inside the gas tank and it maybe didn't release.
And she pulled it out?
And then she pulled it out. Probably the gas was flowing all out of the car. So she then pulled the nozzle out. And instead of just trying to hit that little clip in the gas station nozzle, under the trigger. She just drops it on the floor, on the ground at the gas station. She's covered in gas. Gas is going all over the place. This is insane.
What do I do? It's not stopping.
It's not stopping. What do I do? It's the MJ Morning Show. No. Chloe does that, my daughter. No becomes a 2-syllable word.
Yeah,
it's
add a vowel to every.
No. I'm like, that's the guy. That's the guy with the arc. Okay.
So, is there any word on where this happened?
Nothing. I haven't seen anything. I mean, I didn't do any extensive research. A buddy of mine sent me this clip. It was from a Twitter account. And then we posted this video. You've got to see it. I don't know how many there's got to be 5 gallons or 10 gallons of gas all over the ground here. It is unbelievable what we're witnessing here. It is pure insanity, and it's up at mjmorningshow.com. And this reminds me, Fester, we've got to do a new gas nozzle, man.
Yes.
Where you've got the prop gas nozzle with the 10-foot hose, and you go to a gas station, and you pretend like you drove off and snap the gas nozzle right out of the pump.
These two young ladies would have been better served just driving off.
Just leave?
And, just snapping the gas line from the pump, and it would have shut off automatically. I don't think the average person has an appreciation for how much or how quickly the gas comes out of the nozzle.
Yeah, I know. It blur.
You just stick it in your car, you pull the handle.
It blasts or blurts? What were you going to say?
I meant to say blasts and yeah.
Roxanne blurts.
It blurts right out.
Roxanne blurts.
Hey, what are your thoughts? We got a couple of things of like when it's age appropriate. Did you see the controversy and all the social media backlash against Alec Baldwin and Hilaria, the fake Spanish lady? Did you see the backlash that they posted a picture of their 9-year-old daughter going to school with like full makeup on, lipstick and everything?
Oh, wow.
All right, hey, do me a favor, Andrew. You got to find the story. Page 6 had it. Alec Baldwin's 9-year-old daughter, Carmen, wears makeup in back-to-school photo. And people are just lashing out. It's like, what are you doing? Why do you have makeup and eye makeup and lipstick on a 9-year-old girl as she's getting ready to go to school?
And not that there's not if you just put like a little lip gloss on a kid, would that not be appropriate as well? But she has like dark red, almost black looking goth lipstick on.
This is ridiculous. Alec Baldwin's 9-year-old daughter, Carmen, wore makeup for her first day of 4th grade.
All right.
And by the way, Hilaria Baldwin, she's pregnant again. And I guess it's her oldest child. This 9-year-old's the oldest child. And they've got her wearing lipstick and makeup. What is going on? That is you shouldn't send your 9-year-old to 4th grade with lipstick and makeup on, should you?
No.
You know what? My daughter's in 5th grade. And toward the end of last year, she was in 4th grade. She was asking about shaving legs.
What?
There were two girls in her 4th grade class that shaved their legs. And we had to talk about that. And then a couple of weeks ago, Allison told me that my daughter asked about wearing makeup. There's girls that, they're not coming into school looking like a circus clown, but there are girls in 5th grade who were wearing some makeup. And I said, how many girls in your class? And she's like 3 or 4. And she asked about it. And, and something
what did you say? I don't think your 5th grade daughter ought to be wearing makeup to school.
I think I painted her face like Bozo the Clown. And I said, hey, do you want to go to school looking like this? And she cried and said, no, Daddy. And it was over.
Did you really?
No, my wife talked to her about makeup. I think they put lip gloss on her.
Right.
Something that's appropriate for.
You know what? I don't think I want a 5th grader wearing lip gloss.
They sell lip gloss in the children's section.
I realize that, but doesn't mean you need to buy it and put it on your kid. All right, let's go to phones on this. I'm just out of curiosity. I want to go to phones. I want to ask you, the MJ listener, when is it appropriate for a girl to apply makeup? When is it at what age is it
for school?
I just think in general. I mean,
there are different answers.
Should a 9-year-old be wearing makeup? Let's say they're going to a relative's wedding or they're going to a birthday party. I don't think a 9-year-old should be wearing makeup to that either. All right, let me give out the phone number. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What is the appropriate age for a girl to start wearing makeup? I'd love to hear from moms right now. Moms and dads. Or, hey, tell us about the argument. Tell us about the fight in your house. Did mom say, hey, makeup okay? Dad says no. There are multiple angles to this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Hit the phones right now. Andrew is screening calls. We'll go to calls here in a second.
I'm going to tell you two scenarios. One is how I was raised, and one is how I'm doing it with my kids now. Number one, my mom was extraordinarily strict with makeup. I wasn't allowed to use it. And so I would sneak and do it. And so my friends would put it on me at school. I'm talking like 6th, 7th grade. And then I'd have to come home and hurry and take it off before my mom saw me. And it's really hard when you're like putting that dark black eyeliner on like I thought was so cool when I was that age. Now with my own children, I would never let them wear makeup to school in elementary school. However, even though they're only 5 and 2, I let them go at it with makeup because I want them to, like at home. I wouldn't let them leave the house with it.
That's why your like eyeshadow kit. It's all cracked and smashed like
100%.
Like the salt flats out in Utah. It's all
You got it.
It's because you let your kids play with your makeup.
I absolutely do.
So you get all their poopy fingers in your makeup.
Wait, why would my kids have poopy fingers?
I'll tell you why.
Bet you they
Have you
do.
ever seen the kids?
Yeah.
I know why.
No, I let them play with my makeup now, and even before we go to bed at night, like Daviana and I put pretend makeup on each other because I want them to be good at it.
What the hell's pretend makeup?
We go like this, Buster. Come here. We go like this. I go, okay, eyeshadow, blush, highlighter. It's super relaxing, and we just do it with our fingers. Pretend.
But there's going to be a time, Roxanne.
Why don't you use ketchup or mustard? Why don't you use a condiment to do that? Okay.
A little hose and
This
sauce.
little eyeshadow. We'll use A1 steak sauce.
Your eyes are delicious. There's going to be a time, Roxanne, in about 4 years or so when your 5-year-old who's in 4th grade or 5th grade is going to have a serious conversation about wanting to wear makeup. Only because 1 or 2 other kids are doing it.
And guess what? I'm about to segue. After we grab calls on this is going to be the perfect segue into another issue which Roxanne has brought up, which, again, this is, I think, problematic as well. All right, hold on. We'll explain everything in moments. Let me go to phones here. Kaylee's in Apollo Beach. Kaylee, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We're talking about Alec and Ilaria Baldwin's 9-year-old 4th grade daughter wearing lipstick and makeup for her first day of school, and I'm sorry, I don't think that's appropriate.
Well, I mean, you guys are going to think I'm terrible, but I made the mistake of thinking that if I let her kind of play early on, like Roxanne, that she would kind of grow out of it and not really care about it. But she's not like the whole like black lipstick, red lipstick. I don't let her do any of that. But she's pretty much been wearing makeup for a while now. And
all right, now what is your daughter's name
and age?
Her name is Deanna.
All right, and how old is Deanna? How old is she now?
She is 13 now.
And at what age did she start leaving the house with makeup on after playtime?
I'd say probably 10.
Yeah, I listen, I just
but
think
it wasn't. It was like, like the lip gloss and maybe some eyeshadow, but never like anything bright and crazy. But she, like when we were teenagers, we would do our makeup and you looked terrible.
Right.
Like bright colors and your foundation was like a completely different color than your neck. But she's always done it very subtle, and like she would watch those stupid tutorials and stuff, and she really enjoyed it. And as long as it wasn't crazy, I'm one of those parents that, they're either just like Roxanne, they're either going to do it with your permission or without it. So if it's
But does she go to school? So she's 13 now. Does that put her is she in 7th or 8th grade?
She's in 8th grade now.
All right, so does she go to school with full makeup on every day?
I mean, when you say full makeup in these days, it sounds a little crazy, but no, she wears eyeliner and mascara like I do.
All right, Katie, thanks for the call, and thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Milana is in Cocoa Beach. Hello, Milana, other side of the state. Hey.
Hi, MJ.
Oh.
I'm in 4th grade.
Oh, hold on, Milana. You're a kid. You're in 4th grade. Wow. All right. So, Milana, do you wear makeup?
Yeah, I wear makeup.
Don't say it like that, MJ. Do you wear makeup?
All right. So,
do you work? Do you have a job? Do you work somewhere?
No, I don't work somewhere.
I hear mom or someone in the background. All right. So, Milana, what makeup do you wear in 4th grade?
I wear like lip gloss and sometimes a little bit of mascara.
And at what age did you start with the makeup?
Well, when I was like 6 or 7, I had this like, I used to wear makeup a lot, but that was like eyeshadow at home.
Right.
But
Drinking
now,
coffee.
I wear it in public sometimes.
When did you start smoking? What age did you start smoking?
We're kidding.
Milana, I'm kidding. Hey, is mom in the background? Where do I hear mom back there?
Yeah.
I put mom on the phone. Let me talk to mom.
Thanks, Milana.
Nice talking to you,
Nice
Milana.
presentation.
Yeah, really. Sounds like a very smart girl.
Hello, this is Mom.
Hey, Mom. What's your first name, Mom?
Abby.
Hey, Abby. So she's in 4th grade, and you don't have a problem with little mascara? No?
Well, I fought it for a while, but it's something that she enjoys, and it looks appropriate.
Gotcha. Hey, Milana, thanks for listening, and it sounds like you've got a delightful young daughter.
I think she is. Thank you.
Have a great day. Carolyn is in Lakeland. Hey, Carolyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We're talking about Ilaria and Alec Baldwin's 9-year-old daughter. Is this a distraction from the gunshot on the set? Is that it? They just gonna like let their daughter put all kinds of makeup on to get us to stop talking about Alex shooting the lady on the movie set? Is
Not
that
only
it?
did I kill a lady, I'm a terrible parent too.
What we're doing here, we talked about a lot of social media backlash on Alec and Ilaria Baldwin because their 9-year-old kid went to school last week with makeup on, 9 years old and 4th grade. Carolyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, MJ.
Morning. What's the story?
No, I left Harrisburg last night as Fester was flying in. So, but I was listening to you all week from PA, but I truly do not believe that children need makeup. I really don't. They're 9. Kids are not allowed to be kids anymore. You know, they've got their whole life to grow up to wear makeup.
I think you're right, 100%. Carolyn, thank you. By the way, Fester's still here. He has to leave in like 5 minutes to catch his... Yeah.
We saw the plane land last night. I go, there comes Fester.
Okay, there's a lot of planes in the sky. I'm not on all of them. There's a lot of planes, Carolyn.
Tell you what, though, the weight distribution might be beneficial, though.
Well, this plane was flying extra low. That's Fester's plane right there.
Andrea's next. Hey, Andrea's in Winter Haven. We're talking about what's too young for a girl to wear makeup. Andrea, go ahead.
Yeah, my daughters have always played with makeup at home, or if we go out to eat or something like that. But as far as our rules in our household, like going back to the shaving legs, our daughters are not able to do that till they're in middle school, and then to wear makeup to school, that's high school age.
All right. See, I think that is a good policy. I think makeup maybe, 8th or 9th grade beginning, possibly?
I'm just gonna differ on that a little bit because I feel like middle school is the age where you start to get a lot of peer pressure from stuff. So it's kind of a gray area. Like, is it 7th grade? Because everybody else starts doing it then, and then you feel like the kid that isn't allowed to do anything. So maybe you say, okay, honey, you can wear lip gloss. Your friends are wearing eyeliner and eye makeup. Wear some lip gloss and some rouge. No, not rouge. That's weird.
Rouge. Wear some rouge.
Andrea, thanks for the call. Look, phones have exploded here. 800-990-1047. I'll grab a few more calls, and then we're going to segue into something, sort of along the same lines. And this is a little odd. Let me grab Margaret in Seminole. Hey, Margaret, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
We are well. All right, what's your story?
All right. Well, I was 15 years old in New York at my cousin's engagement party, and my cousin decided to put some makeup on me. I walked downstairs. My father cracks me right in the face. It says, "Go get that crap off your face right now, young lady."
Wow. Where in New York was this? Was this on Long Island?
No, it was in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn. All right. Well, and did you not wear makeup for several years after that?
Correct.
So at 15, he whacked you, which I don't know if he should have hit you. But at what age did you start wearing makeup then?
I would say about 19 when I actually left Florida and moved to New York permanently. That's when I started wearing makeup.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
So you were in Florida, you were up in New York for the engagement deal, and then you finally moved to New York, but you're now back in Florida?
I'm back in Tampa Bay. I'm originally from Hollywood, Florida.
From Hollywood. Hey, thank you, Margaret. Have a great day. All right, Melissa is in Lutz. Hello, Melissa, MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how you doing?
We are well. All right, so we're talking about when is it too young for a girl to wear makeup?
I think, honestly, the cutoff should be like 12-ish.
Yeah.
And I have a 14-year-old daughter. I wasn't super into the winged eyeliner, but I gave in. And to be honest, once I gave in, she wore it for about 2 days.
Oh, right? She got tired of doing it?
Yeah.
As soon as I just quit fighting with her about it, she lost interest.
And the novelty just wore right off.
I think so, but I did look at the picture that you guys are discussing, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad. She doesn't have any eye makeup on. She's got probably a little bit too dark of whatever lipstick she's wearing.
Yeah.
But she's probably like, hey, it's the first day of school. You know, it's a special occasion. Why not?
I want to know how many other kids in 4th grade and 9 years old, how many other girls showed up at this Alec Baldwin's daughter's school wearing dark lipstick?
You'd probably be surprised.
Yeah. Hey, Melissa, thanks for the call. All right, one more, then we're going to move on here because it's 8 o'clock. And, well, we got delayed on this thing yesterday, so we had to carry it over to today. But no, it's sort of a similar little. We're about to make
age appropriate.
We're about to make a transition into something else. Let me just grab one more call on the makeup. Ruth's been holding for a long time. Ruth is in Bradenton. Hey, Ruthie.
Hello.
Go ahead.
It's funny. We were listening to the show this morning when I was taking my daughter to school. She's 10. She just started 5th grade. And I asked her, I said, do any of your friends at school wear makeup? And she said, no. And I don't think it's appropriate at that age. Even when my daughter used to take ballet when she was like 6, 7, 8, and they do the recitals, and some parents put like so much makeup on their kids, you know, I would put like a little light pink glitter eyeshadow and a little lip gloss. And
you know what gets really creepy? That like John Benet Ramsey stuff.
Oh, yeah, but that's the pageant girls.
That's what I'm saying. Those little pageant girls. Like, weren't there like reality TV shows with these pageant girls? They're like 3, 4 years old, and they're dressing like hookers?
Yeah, toddlers and tiaras.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it.
So, MJ, and like you said, Ruth, nobody in your kid's class, and my daughter, she's in 5th grade, there's 2 students. So it's going to get introduced by somebody sometime this year.
Hey, Ruth, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to
Whenever I hear the name Ruth now, I just automatically think of Ruthie from Ozark.
Oh,
that Julia Garner. She also played Anna Delvey.
I want to tell you guys, I let my kids. Oh, Fester, did you have an Anna Delvey comment?
Nope, no, that's okay. Of course, I had Anna Delvey comment, MJ.
About the makeup?
I wear makeup everywhere because I don't want to look poor. My Anna Delvey impression's really on point today.
Hey, Festa, do you have to leave and go catch your flight?
I gotta go now. I'm sorry, guys.
Right.
I'd love to stay and talk about whatever Roxanne's going to talk about next.
Fester is wait till you hear what it is, though.
Okay.
Roxanne, would you like to mention to our audience what you said to me?
Okay. Did I text you or just no? I just talked about it in the room one day.
I think you sent me an email, and then you also brought it up in the room.
Okay, so I was wondering. I was trying to think back in my own life. When is the appropriate age to have the birds and the bees conversation? Now,
your oldest daughter is 5.
Yes,
it is not now.
Listen,
okay.
I know
but,
that.
But you were suggesting but Roxanne, in your email.
Let's go back and find that email.
And then talking to me in the studio off the air, it seemed like you were saying that you wanted to have the birds and the bees conversation with your 5-year-old daughter now.
No, she is not ready for that conversation. Now, I was trying to think back to when I had that conversation with my mom, and I feel like I was only 6 years old. And then I asked my mom about it, and she's like, no, you were closer to 7 or you were 7. But I'm doing the math, and I distinctly remember being on the bus, and I was in kindergarten, and there were kids talking about how parents have babies, and the kids, they were boys who were talking about it, and the boys were saying, yeah, the way that a mom gets pregnant is the mom and the dad switch underwear. And in my head, I was like, no, that's not how it's done. And I kept it to, of course, I didn't tell anyone.
I'm trying to find your, by the way, if you're watching,
you are.
If you're watching MJ TV, I'm trying to go through my pile of stuff here to see if I can find Roxanne's email on this.
And I bet it's different for boys and girls as to when you have that conversation. It's probably individual based on the child. But my mom said that my problem was I had a younger sister who was born. So I was very curious about how she came into the world. So my mom would read to me some books about how babies are made, but not like the real deal, just like a little bit of it.
Was she reading like romance novels? Then Chet walked into the barn stable.
Hey, Fester, I thought you said you had to go.
Yeah, I was just captivated by Roxanne explaining this story. All right, I'm leaving now.
I'm trying to find this. I'm telling you, I thought I saved your email. Because I'm telling you, said, yes, I think I'm about to have the birds and the bees story with my daughter. And I'm like, she's 5. You don't have the birds and the bees story with a 5-year-old.
You know what you're conflating this with?
You as a parent, you can have the conversation like where babies come from.
Yes.
And you can do that.
Yes.
You can do that age appropriately at 5 years old.
Of
you can
course.
say, oh, and the baby comes from mommy's belly and all, all that stuff.
So my mom was having that conversation with me after my sister was born, because she's 4 years younger than me. And my mom said I just had too many questions. And I was like, but wait, that doesn't make sense. If it's daddy's baby too, then how I just kept pressing her. And so then she had that conversation. And I think I was like six years old, which is pretty young.
I'm trying to find your email. I'm telling you, I thought your email was very inappropriate.
No, I think your email is very inappropriate. No,
what are you? I know you are, but what am I? What are you?
No, I know what you're confusing. This is why you're confused, because I may have said in my email that I've already told my daughter a little bit about IVF because that's how she came into this world. That's probably what you're thinking of.
That was something else that I thought was weird. I don't think you need to tell your daughter at 4 or 5 that she was a test tube IVF baby or whatever.
Okay, is it better to tell her at that age or like tell her when she's
starting? She can't comprehend that at 5 years old or 4 years old.
That maybe she's not fully comprehending it, but it's always going to be in the back of her mind that she came into this world because she was very wanted and we went through all these special procedures. So it's not going to be a shock to her.
That conversation you have maybe when they're 10 or 9 or 10 or 12 years old, they can't process or handle you trying to explain how you're very special. Mommy and daddy really wanted a baby and we had to go through something called in vitro fertilization. I mean, you don't have that conversation.
I don't use those terms. The terms I use are the doctors
You came out of a lab.
No. I say the doctors took a little piece of mommy, a little piece of daddy, and they put them together, and then they put it in mommy's tummy.
But why?
That's very easy for a child to comprehend.
I get it, but why would you even have that? What's the need to have that conversation at 4 or 5 years old?
If kids ask questions.
I think you had that conversation when she was 4 still.
I had it when she was 2, for your information.
What?
No, not really. But no, it's if she asks questions, then you put it in little baby terms for them to understand. A piece of mommy and a piece of daddy, and then the doctor puts them together and puts them in mommy's tummy is not too much to digest at this age. And then when she's 10 and she fully understands IVF, it's not going to be like, oh, why didn't you tell me this? When she's like almost, on the verge of being hormonal. You want to get this stuff out in the open and discussed.
Yeah, but not at 4 or 5 years old. That is too young. They can't even grasp it.
Okay, you may have been a very
They can't even grasp what Monday and Tuesday is, let alone that you're a test tube or an IVF baby.
No, you may not have been able to grasp that at 4 years old.
What are you questioning my intelligence now and My comprehension?
But says the person who we just did a segment about passing gas in the air. So our maturity levels are in question around
That was
here.
an hour and a half ago, for crying out loud.
Okay, so when did you have this conversation with your kids? You probably didn't. You probably lobbed it off on Michelle to do.
She did. Listen, I've had little conversations along the way about appropriateness and how to behave, and I've had plenty of little conversations.
Okay, let me ask you this. So Michelle has a conversation with Julian and with Chloe at whatever age, and then did you follow? Did you come in and go? So now you know, kids. Like, what was your role in that whole?
Oh yeah, I was the closer. No, hey, thanks for coming by. Make sure you tip your waitresses and servers here. No, I didn't highlight and showcase a birds and the bees deal when my kids were 5 or
what age?
Or 4.
What age? I'm not saying that 5 is the right time to do it, but I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember, but it wasn't at 4 or 5 years old. It was probably, 10, 11,
10
9,
or 11?
9, 10.
So what do you want them to get educated on the school bus from their friends?
Well,
don't you want them to be ahead of the curve?
They get educated at school, and if they come home with questions, I think that arose at certain times.
I don't want the school telling my kids. I want to tell my kids.
But that's
stuff
part
like
of
that.
health education and sex education. It happens at school.
Well, I think I'm curious at what age parents do that for girls and for boys. Maybe it's a different age for different
I
genders.
got a couple of food things. I probably need to call Fester because he is driving to the airport. I got a couple of food things. Hey, Michelle and I were watching, I think, NBC Nightly News last night with Fester Dolt. I'm sorry, with Lester. We're watching NBC Nightly News last night with Lester Holt. And I'm like, what did they just say? And tonight, a big recall to talk about. I mean, so last night, they're talking about a recall from HelloFresh. You know, was it NBC Nightly News or was it ABC World News tonight? We tend to zip through both of them, yeah. And I'm like, what? Health officials are warning of possible E. coli contamination in ground beef that were in HelloFresh meal kits from July 2nd.
Oh, so
it's already gone. Yeah. I mean, don't you love when these recalls come out and it's 2 months later?
Because there's no way you're going to, how many people are going to take that in July and go, you know what, I don't feel like doing my HelloFresh meal. I'm going to freeze the ground beef and use it for some other purpose. Nobody does that.
Hello Stale. That's going to be my new meal service. I'm going to do Hello Stale. Hello Mold. I'm sorry. I'm entertaining myself over here.
Yeah, you are.
But, I mean, this gets me every time. And it's like, oh, yeah, so-and-so has recalled products with an expiration date of October of 2021. I'm like, it's not around anymore.
Yeah, that's just a cover your ass recall.
You know what? I think you're right. I think that is that's a good way to put it. Customers who got HelloFresh deliveries in July have been urged to throw away any ground beef they may still have. Yes, you might have frozen it, but come on. When you order those meal kits, don't they come with, I did commercials for some time for, Blue Apron.
I do Sunbasket.
Okay,
I don't do commercials for Sunbasket, but I do it. I actually have it come to my house.
For a couple of years, I did commercials for Blue Apron, and they used to send me like a meal kit a week. I used to get one and we made it. Typically, we made it the day that the package arrived. I'm not sitting on a meal kit that was shipped on July 2nd. I'm not sitting on that thing on Tuesday, September the 13th. Yeah, the ground beef in question is labeled poison. No, the ground beef in question is labeled 85% lean, 15% fat. You know, I prefer an 80-20. An 85-15 or the 90-10. You gotta have fat.
What does it have to? So you prefer? Okay, so this is 85-15.
This is 85-15. So
but what do you like?
I like 80-20. The best burgers are made with 80-20. 80-20 gives you the right meat to fat content.
The right amount of grease in the burger.
You want some drip. You gotta have some drip. 80-20, baby. 80-20. I'm like Guy Fieri over here. Yes.
So this says consumers should look for the HelloFresh 10-ounce plastic vacuum-sealed packages, blah, blah, blah. Look for them where? In the trash?
Yeah.
From 3 months ago?
Look for it in the toilet after you threw it all up with E. coli. I don't...
Look for it in your small intestine?
I just get a kick out of these stories when, clearly the food is totally consumed and it's gone.
Yeah.
And, the recall. It is, you're right. It's a CYA recall.
I would rather not know.
Is what it's all about. All right, I got to get Fester on the phone for this one.
Do you think he's above the bridge yet, over the bridge yet? Because he'll probably be... I think
a message, but the fastest response will always be through text. Thanks.
I hate it when people say that.
Oh, yeah, that's Fester's outgoing voicemail. And, I don't need to hide. Oh, you know what? People are probably calling him knowing that I was getting ready to call him. Hang on. And I don't need to hide his touch tones because everyone knows his number. Oh, here we go. All right. I got to get Fester on the phone for this one. Hopefully he's past the bad cell phone zone on the Howard Franklin. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, are you over the Howard Franklin yet?
No, I'm on 9th.
Oh, okay. What took you so long to get out of the park? Would you have breakfast before you left?
No, stupid Pat George wanted to talk to me about a restaurant.
He listens to our show.
Did you just say stupid Pat George?
He stopped me. He's like, let me tell you about this restaurant I went to in Hershey, Pennsylvania in 1978. I'm like, Jesus, Pat, I got to go.
He's giving you a good tip.
You're going to miss your flight to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So wait a minute.
Come on, Pat.
He delayed you in the hallway for 10 minutes?
Maybe like 5. I'm like,
All right.
Okay, I got to go, buddy.
Yeah. What time? Your flight is 10:12?
It's a 10:12 flight.
All right, and you're flying from Tampa to Charlotte, then you got Charlotte to Harrisburg, PA, right?
Yeah, there's not an accident on the bridge or anything, is there?
I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think so. All right. The reason why I'm getting you on the phone is I saw something last night, food related, that is just, I'm sorry, disgusting. There is, I guess, a recipe, or people eat apple pie with cheddar cheese on top. Have you ever heard of this?
Have you never had apple pie with cheese on top?
Oh, my. You got to be. Okay. Hold on. Andrew is shaking his head. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes.
You guys have an apple pie with cheddar cheese? Okay. What? Hold on. What? Hold on. Wait. Hang on, Andrew. What? Say it again.
I've seen it. I don't like it, but I've seen it many, many times.
Okay, you've seen it.
I can explain it, but Fester, you give your rationale for yes first.
Think about it. Listen, if we had some fancy fruit and cheese board, you would pair apples with cheese. Apples and cheese are a thing. So
but not a baked pie. I don't want cheddar cheese on a baked pie. Yeah, if you got a cheese board, you got slices of different cheeses. Maybe you've got various nuts. Maybe you have some almonds or some, even better, some Marcona almonds. Those are the best, lightly fried in olive oil and salted. Yes, go ahead.
How far away are we with a fruit and cheese board with like a piece of bread than we are from a piece of beautifully baked?
Dude, a cinnamon-laced, delicious latticed apple pie does not belong having slices of cheddar cheese on top. That is puke-inducing.
Okay, the cinnamon throws me off a little bit. However,
the cinnamon throws you off?
Yeah, the cinnamon.
Yeah, that's apple pie.
I know it is, but I'm saying that with the cheddar might not be exactly delicious. But
tell you what's going to throw you off when I get you to do the cinnamon challenge tomorrow. That's what's going to throw you off.
Still delayed. We really have to look at content, so I'll be doing a cinnamon challenge. Listen, this is what I bring. I'm going to tell you guys a secret right now, and you're going to love me for this.
Secret?
Yes. Every time I go to a party, and it's like a last-minute thing, and I want to bring some food, this is the easiest thing to make, and everybody there will come up to you and ask you for the recipe and ask what it is, and they'll just be enamored of it.
An apple pie?
Listen.
But hold on.
Listen.
What?
Okay. So you take crescent rolls, which is kind of like a pie crust, and you flatten out the crescent rolls and you make a big pie with them.
Are you talking about like you really cheap out and you just go buy the Pillsbury ones in the container that you slam on the counter?
Yeah, I'm not cheaping out. I'm making something delicious. And then on top of that...
You're not making your own dough. You're just going to get the...
I'm
the
not.
Pillsbury Doughboy version?
I just said I'm in a rush. I just got invited last minute to a party.
Right.
Obviously, I'm sloppy seconds. I wasn't on the initial guest list, so I'm going to bring some food to them. Okay, and so then I flatten out the dough, and then I get a big wheel of Gouda cheese. That's my favorite. But actually, as we're having this conversation, you could go cheddar. You could do any kind of cheese. I go for Gouda.
How about Famunda?
This isn't about baked cheese.
Listen,
it's about apple pie with cheese on it.
I haven't finished, Fester. It continues. Okay. On top of that piece of Gouda, you slather on your preserves of choice, be it strawberry jelly or apple jelly.
How about apricot?
I go for apricot sometimes. And then
Do you go for apricot or apricot?
Apricot. I don't say apricot.
Okay.
No. That's weird.
How about marmalade?
Yes, any kind of marmalade, any kind of fruit topping. Then on top of that, you put crushed up walnuts or almonds or nut of your choice. And then you close it up and you bake it for 15 minutes and people are in awe. So what did I just describe? Pretty much what an apple pie and cheddar is.
Would a chutney suffice?
A chutney would be amazing.
You know, I got to say, MJ, I'm a big fan of Roxanne Recipe Corner. It's the new feature. MJ, you are not a salty sweet guy. See,
that's
you know what? That's true. I don't like mixing. You know what it is? Here's the correct terminology. I don't like mixing sweet and savory. I like sweet and savory separated. I think there ought to be a Berlin Wall. Mr. Gorbachev, put up that wall between the sweet and the savory.
Listen, I have a salt shaker and a sugar shaker right next to each other, and I put them both on everything. I love it. I have no issues at all with apple pie with a piece of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, it's that would be great.
Oh, guys, that's disgusting.
No. Like, to Roxanne's point, think about a baked brie with a fruit on it. You know, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I do that too. I do brie and actually that's when I do brie, apricot, and walnuts or almonds. Yes.
I put that on everything.
20 minutes earlier.
I put that on everything.
Hold on, what'd you say?
Then you put Frank's Red Hot sauce on everything. It's delicious.
I put that on everything.
Oh, man.
All right, Fester, are you on the bridge now?
Yeah, I'm on the bridge. I'm passing all the big cranes.
All right, well, the whole damn thing is filled with big cranes. All right, listen, I've got no interest in this. But let me give you there's a little poll here. There was a recent poll that the writer of this story conducted, Lauren Harkowick. People have very strong feelings about cheddar cheese on apple pie in a recent, very unscientific poll I conducted among my own social media followers. 45% of responders said they never had cheddar cheese on their apple pie and never will. Meanwhile, 21% say they love it, and 30% said they've never had it, but they're curious. How did I get through 56 years of life and I've never heard of this? How is it that last night when I stumbled across this story about the apple pie topping that divides the nation, how is it that I stumbled upon this last night for the first time in my life and I never heard of putting cheese on apple pie? How is that?
I don't think it's a common thing. It's not like, a la mode or anything like that, but it's a thing.
Yeah, with Fester, it's a la commode, by the way. Fester does things a la commode.
I do. Hey, I know we're talking about Roxanne and her amazing recipe of Pillsbury box.
I'm gonna make it tomorrow and bring it in for breakfast.
No, it's the tube. Is it the tube? The tube of crescent rolls,
it's the
right?
Tube that goes pop.
Do you still you unwrap like the blue wrapper,
right?
And does it open up by itself? Or
no.
I remember there was a time you had to slam those on the counter.
I don't slam it. You just have to poke your fingernail into it, and it pops right open.
Oh, I like slamming it on the counter or hitting my brother over the head with it.
What were you saying?
You know the big news about who died last week?
Yeah, the Queen.
Yeah, the Queen. The problem is people are bringing all these gifts, and because of that stupid Paddington Bear video.
You know what? I have that in the pile. All right, so you know about this, right?
I saw it last night, and I'm like, who the hell's going to bring that to a dead ladies observance?
Well, hold on a minute. Well, I got a story here. Listen to this. By the way, folks, Fester is on the phone in his car because Fester is on the way to the airport because he's got to go sell RVs at a big RV sale big RV. What do they call it? Not a convention, an RV
show. It's an RV show.
Thank you, an RV show. Yeah. What the hell do I know about shows? There's a big RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania that Fester's going up for because Fester works. Fester's real job is selling RVs for General RV. All right, so listen to this. A couple of things with the Queen, and I agree. Enough Queen stuff already. I think I'm over Queen. I might have been. I got to be honest. I might have been more upset when Freddie Mercury died, the lead singer of Queen.
Oh, come on.
Wait, hold on.
Everyone's life has value. Let's just say it's all the same.
Absolutely. And the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, lived a remarkable life. But I think probably Freddie Mercury's death probably affected me more than the Queen. I'm being honest here.
Lots more sleep over it.
I like the Queen of England. I loved Freddie Mercury. There's a big difference.
Oh, and Freddie Mercury would have loved you, Fester.
Oh, I would have. You know what? Wait till Elton John kicks the bucket.
Man, he would have been all over you with those big buck teeth and everything, and drooling all over you. Freddie Mercury used to like. I've got a story that I can tell. Freddie Mercury used to have like handlers that used to find like guys he found attractive like at shows and at events, and used to like have people go up to him and say, "Hey, Freddie would like to meet you." And hey, I got a story to tell. I was working out in Los Angeles, California. I worked for Scott Shannon at Pirate Radio in Los Angeles, 1989, 90, and early 91. No. And I heard a story from one of Scott's friends who was a producer. His name was Dana Miller. Dana Miller, nice guy. I don't think he's with us any longer. But Dana Miller was like a big industry showbiz guy, music and concerts and all kinds of events. And Dana Miller once told us a story that Freddie Mercury had flown into LAX, and he was in the limo, and he literally saw a guy walking on the side of the road that he found attractive, and Freddie Mercury stuck his head out of the sunroof and started talking to the guy, got the guy to come into the limo, and Freddie Mercury, allegedly, this is a story I was told, Freddie Mercury had sexual relations with the guy in the limo that they just picked up right on the side of the road. Well, you know how the Freddie Mercury story ended. Maybe that's part of the reason, but interesting Freddie Mercury Queen story. Yeah.
That story is so much better than what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say back when you were in L.A. working for Scott Shannon, you went to a Freddie Mercury concert, and he started pointing to you right after he sang Mr. Fahrenheit. You with the curly hair. Meet me in my bus.
I want to tickle you with my mustache. All right. So, hey, back to the Queen for a second. And again, right. I think that, and I don't want to be guilty of this, but Fester just brought up the Paddington Bears stuff. There are two Queen-related things which are different than everything else. All right. First of all, Buckingham Palace and British officials have put out a request. Stop bringing Paddington Bears and marmalade sandwiches to Green Park next to Buckingham Palace.
They're just bringing finger food there?
People are bringing hundreds of Paddington Bear little stuffed animals and marmalade sandwiches to the park next to Buckingham Palace.
Why? Because the Paddington Bear tweet? Remember when the Paddington Bear,
Have you seen the video, Roxanne? There's a video of Paddington Bear.
Yes.
And the Queen.
Sitting with the Queen.
Oh.
It's like some animated, like, live-action dealy thing. And what happened was Paddington Bear's Twitter account remembered the Queen and tweeted out, "Thank you, ma'am, for everything." And after the news of her death, the Paddington Bear Twitter account posted that.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
And in this little exchange they have, Paddington Bear pulls out a marmalade sandwich, and the Queen opens her purse and pulls out a marmalade sandwich too.
Right.
And it's a cute thing meant for children.
Right.
And people are bringing this rotting sandwiches to Buckingham Palace.
All right, so cut the crap. All right, that's number one. And then number two, of course, Prince Andrew is disgraced and is all embroiled in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal and the fact that Jeffrey Epstein had Prince Andrew on the Lolita Express, and you have one of the young girls accusing Prince Andrew. Remember the photo of them together? And listen, I think it's pretty much a given that Prince Andrew was having relations with Jeffrey Epstein's underage brood, all right? So it's pretty grotesque. And Prince Andrew pissed off the Queen. Prince Andrew, she essentially almost like excommunicated him from the family. Didn't they stripped him of like all of his duties as a prince, right?
Yeah, they did.
Because he was diddling with 14 and 15-year-old girls, allegedly. So listen to this. Did you hear what happened yesterday? So in Edinburgh, by the way, all of the newscasters that I hear are saying Edinburgh. Edinburgh. It's not Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
I hear the difference.
Edinburgh, not Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh is how you say it. And it's not Edinburgh. All right, so you got to hear this. This is a heckler. As the procession was making its way through the streets in Edinburgh yesterday, this heckler starts yelling at Prince Andrew. Listen. I don't know if I need all this dead space, though. Kind of. All right, so you can hear the. Here we go. All right, so people are trying to cover up this guy who is yelling about Prince Andrew being a sick old man. And then the crowd starts trying to cover it up with God Save the King. Listen. All right, here's another clip. All right, so the cops then like tackle the guy and take him to the ground.
Disgusting! Wait, I've done nothing wrong.
So the guy was yelling at Prince Andrew that he's a sick old man. So he gets, all heckled by this dude. You're a sick old man, of course, because of the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Yeah, he was a sick young man when he did that too, right? Allegedly.
Yeah, but not. I think he was. I don't think he was that young when he did that. Yeah, no. Prince Andrew. That just goes back, what, like 10, 12 years or so?
How old is he now?
Prince Andrew? I don't know. 60 something? I don't know. Andrew can look it up. All right, Fester, listen, have a great flight,
62.
buddy. How old is he?
Right. 62.
62, Prince Andrew. All right. Are you almost at the airport, Fester?
Yeah, I just pulled into the parking garage. I'm going to find a spot here in a second.
Enjoy your aisle seat.
Are you going to, since your company pays for your parking, are you going to go with short term and really stick it to them? Are you going to go with long term, or are you going to go to the economy parking off in the rental car area?
I'm in long term right now, and everything seems to be taken. So
nah, you just got to go up and down. You got to just go up and down the aisles.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going. I'm in long term now.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Right, see you.
Have a good flight.
You know, it was really interesting, though, with the Queen's procession of her body through the streets of Edinburgh. You know, we were just there over Christmas.
Right.
And Edinburgh is really not that big. And literally, they're going down these roads that we walked up and down numerous times. I'm like, hey, we went in that place. Okay, we went in that place.
Right.
And right where the guy got tackled, this is crazy. They tackled the guy. There's a little like an alleyway, or there's a passageway, and there's some trash cans there. And I'm like, I can't believe this. I actually threw away a piece of trash in the trash can that's pictured behind the cops tackling the guy that was yelling at Prince Andrew in Edinburgh, Scotland, just over Christmas time.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
What? It is. It's crazy because I just recognize all this stuff.
Okay, MJ, when you were going through the Queen stuff,
yes,
and you said you had a couple Queen stories,
yep.
I thought this was the one you were going to do. Did you see the embarrassing free advertising?
You know what? I just threw that in the trash. I decided I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
but go ahead. Go. You brought it up. Go ahead.
I thought this was a big deal because as the procession, as the hearse is driving through Scotland.
It's actually not a big deal. I'm going to tell you why. All right,
okay.
You give your version. All right, one more Queen thing, and then we'll move on. But it's funny. I literally, hang on a minute. Yep, I'm holding it up to the camera. I had this in my pile, and I was going to move on. I just threw it away. All right, my story says embarrassing free advertising on Queen's hearse angers mourners.
New York Post.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so as the hearse...
But also the Daily Mail had it, the Telegraph, the Independent, all of the British newspapers glommed onto this, and I think they're missing the point on something. Go ahead.
Okay, so as the hearse was departing Balmoral Castle, you see on the hearse an advertisement for the funeral director. It was William Purves, and it was emblazoned.
Is it William Purves or is it William Purves?
Maybe you need to correct me.
I don't know. I don't know. But after the funeral, we'll have spotted dick for everybody. All right, go ahead.
But it was emblazoned on the vehicle as it departed. And so everybody could see this. And so it was just, people didn't think it was very classy that here this is all about the Queen. But then you see the funeral company that was part of this.
It was the funeral home.
Yeah, the funeral home.
It's William Purves Funeral Home. Apparently, they're well known in the United Kingdom. And I'm going to tell you why this is a non-story. You might have seen this out there that people were angry and, oh, how distasteful could they be? They put a sticker advertising their funeral home on the glass of the hearse carrying the Queen's flag-draped coffin. Let me tell you why this is not a thing. Those hearses have those stickers on there. If you know, it's already there. It's not like they put the sticker that said William Purves Funeral Home or Funeral Director on there just for the Queen because they knew that it was going to be the most videoed or photographed hearse of all time, or one of them, as it's taken the Queen's body down to London. Here's the deal. Those hearses, next time you see a funeral hearse, take a look at the side windows. Even here in America, the funeral hearses, they typically have the name of the funeral home on the side window of the hearse. That is, it's commonplace. It's normal. And guess what? I went ahead and I went online and I found just images of William Purves hearses. And it's on there. It's just normal. What people are trying to suggest is, how dare this funeral home try to get some free advertisement by putting their sticker on the side of the hearse? That is so foul. It's so inappropriate. Why would they do it? Because the name of the funeral home was on the hearse. It's on all of their hearses, and it was there before they put the Queen's body inside the damn thing. So the story was that it was on early on in, I guess, Balmoral, and then they drove it down to Edinburgh.
And figured it out.
And then at some point, the stickers were on the side of the hearse off the window were taken off. They were scraped off.
Yes. No, I don't think it was intentional, though. I agree with you.
But people are angry, and they're saying nasty things about the funeral home, and that's unfair. Their hearses have the name of the funeral home on there. So here's what should have happened. One of the Buckingham Palace or whoever was, I guess, the coordinator for Operation Unicorn, that they should have said, hey, can we please remove the funeral home sticker from the side of the hearse? Can you scrape it off? Somebody that was doing the handling of this with the royal family, as far as protocol and etiquette, they should have asked the funeral home, hey, can we please scrape it off? It's on the hearse. They were carrying, some bloated Brit last week in there, and the sticker was on there. It wasn't put on just to capitalize on the Queen's body.
Right, of course.
So I think it's being blown out of proportion a little bit here.
Glad you put it in the trash.
That's I wasn't going to get to it, but I guess now we got to it. All right, we've got to talk about, you had an issue coming back from was it going to New York or coming back from New York?
It was coming back.
All right, Roxanne, you told me that you've never experienced bad breath this awful.
Listen, I feel bad. I even told you too. I was like, should we talk about this? I feel bad doing it. But you know what?
Why would we? We're not giving out the name and the address and the phone number of who this is and where they work. So, Roxanne, you were on a flight coming back from LaGuardia or JFK?
It was weird because we flew into LaGuardia, but then we flew home JFK.
Okay. So you sat next to somebody. You were on JetBlue, right?
Yes.
You sat next to somebody on JetBlue that you claim has had the worst breath you've ever smelled.
Listen, my eyelashes, you know those curlers, those eyelash curlers, they were curling on their own. And you're gonna chastise me for this, but I don't wear a mask when I fly. So
I still think it's a smart idea.
Right. So I do not. However, I took my sweater and I put it over my head for the entire flight to try to keep the breath from getting into my nose. But that didn't work.
And you were stuck in a middle seat because you guys have awful planning.
Right. And so I was in a middle seat. Doug was in a different row in a middle seat.
That's great. So you guys are separated, middle seats, different parts of the plane.
Yes.
And was it the guy in the aisle seat or the window seat that had the awful breath?
It was the window seat. And he wanted to be a little bit chatty.
Oh, God. So when he talked, you got hit with like the puffs of bad breath air coming out of his mouth?
Okay, yes. But here's the crazy thing. He did have a mask on. So he had a mask on.
His bad breath was so bad, it was shooting through the mask?
It was puffing out the sides.
My God. How old was this guy?
I don't know, probably. You can't tell people's ages.
Come on, you can estimate. How old?
Okay, let's just say he was 50. I don't know, but because
white guy, black guy, Hispanic, Asian,
white guy, slim, and so this breath is coming at me, and I'm trying to be nice and still like put an end to the conversation, so I didn't have to smell that anymore. But then what would happen is the flight attendant would come and take an order, and the crosstalk. Because, of course, the flight attendant couldn't hear what he was saying because he was wearing the mask.
So he had to lean closer to you?
Yes. He'd have to lean closer and then shout and project more breath.
Was it like dragon's breath?
At first.
It's a house of the dragon.
At first, I thought it was a baby's poopy diaper.
You thought baby poopy diaper smell was coming out of his mouth?
When I first sat down, I was like, where's the baby around here? And so then I went back to use the restroom, and I'm like leaning against the, Doug came up near me, when I was in line to use the restroom, and he's like,
did you guys go inside the restroom together?
No, we did
Mile High Club on JetBlue?
Absolutely not. So we... So I'm standing there. He's like, what's wrong? He's like, you only had one drink last night.
That would be Jet Screw, by the way, not JetBlue. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's like, what's wrong with you? You only had one drink last night. What, are you hungover? Because I'm like, Doug, I'm crying. And I had to tell him what was going on.
Were your eyes watering from the breath?
My eyes were watering, and I feel like my nose was starting to close up because...
I was going into anaphylactic shock.
Self-protective mode, so you can't smell as much. So I almost got a little bit stuffy.
Man, you needed to get that stuff from the Silence of the Lambs, where Clarice puts that menthol stuff underneath her nose.
Totally. But then I started worrying that, maybe this is sick person breath. Maybe he's wearing a mask because he's traveling and he's sick. When you're sick and you have, like bad breath. And so, or he just had major gum surgery prior to getting on the flight. In any case,
or maybe his teeth inside were like rotted down to nubs or something.
I don't know, but I was like, oh no, what if he's sick? But then I remembered what we talked about on air just last week, that when you're around someone who you think is sick, your body goes into a super immune protection mode and you fight illnesses.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
So that's my best hope, is that I didn't get any of the germs and just went into that mode. But it was never experienced that.
But you're saying the worst breath you've ever smelled was on JetBlue over the weekend.
By someone wearing a mask. And how could you be wearing a mask and not be knocking yourself out every time you talk?
Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
Any other ones I'm missing here?
No. I mean, there's the obvious one, but you don't need to say that.
What was that?
P. Starts with P.
Jet poo?
That's what the breath smelled like.
Oh, you couldn't say that? You couldn't say jet poo?
I wanted you to say it. I want to hear you say it. So it was bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm still here to tell the story.
All right. We've got a lot to go, folks. We got a long, like a half an hour chunk nonstop of the MJ Morning Show coming up. Leonardo DiCaprio, is he breaking his rules? Is Leonardo DiCaprio... is he screwing with everyone because of the observations? What do you think? Is Leonardo DiCaprio actually going to date somebody older than that 25 cutoff age? All right. Apparently, Leonardo DiCaprio and a model are allegedly getting to know each other. But Is she too old for him? All right, that's among many other things that we'll get to in minutes. Don't move. Big chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105. I want to talk. K105, it is 8:53. MJ here with Roxanne in studio. And Fester is gone to the airport because Fester's going to sell RVs up at some big RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So Fester's back, I guess, on Monday. We'll probably check in with him. We'll call him a couple of times this week. But Fester, this is pretty amazing. Fester can make a ton of money. I mean, because this is one of the largest RV shows in America.
Good for him.
And he'll sell a bunch of RVs, hopefully, so he could make a serious flipping commission check, hopefully. All right, Roxanne, before I move on to Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm just guessing that he's kind of messing with the media, messing with everyone because of all the chatter about Leonardo DiCaprio and all of the women that he dates, all these hotties, and when they hit 25, they're too old and they age out.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we'll get into Leo in a bit here because there's some breaking news on that front. But first, Roxanne, you've got a public service announcement for our MJ Morning Show listeners.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I can't get to your text today because obviously it's just me and you, MJ, in here today. So I'm not getting to the text. If I see, we're getting a lot of first-time texters, so I'm trying to hit them
You said
back.
you're getting blasted.
I'm getting blasted today, and
You said the texts are out of control.
Yes, no, I'm getting blasted after
listen,
the show today.
our audience is so much larger than measurement. You know, our audience is huge. So
if you're a first-time texter, I'm trying to get back to you so you know there's a real person on the other end. But everybody else, let's just pick it up tomorrow when we've got Froggy back. Because if people are asking, where's Froggy?
Yep.
Of course, where's Fester? You just explained that. And Froggy should be back in town maybe now, and he'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, Froggy should be. I think he was going to land. You know what? Let me try Froggy. Let's see. He was texting me last night. Let me let you know something. Froggy was texting me last night, and it was nonstop. I'm telling you right now that our conversation last night, I thought he was drunk or something.
Well, you're at a low point in life when you're getting bumped off flights. That brings out the worst in everybody.
But I haven't figured out, and I asked him, was this weather related? Why were you not on the flight on time? The flight was delayed. So what I want to know, was it weather or was it mechanical? Why was Froggy delayed? Yes, Andrew.
I think it was Hal's fault.
Oh, Hal. Hal
yeah. Maybe it was Hal drunk texting you.
Hang on. Let me call Froggy. What's his number? 813. Oh, why suddenly I'm forgetting his phone number. I got to look it up. But he should be on the ground, and I still want to know if Froggy, I want to know if he found out why his flight was late. Because if it's weather related and it legitimately was, well, that's an issue that the airline doesn't have to compensate you for. If it's the airline's fault, then they compensate. Yeah, here's Froggy's number. 813. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I'm not going to give out Froggy's cell number, even though he gives out Fester's number incessantly. But I couldn't keep track of his text. He was angry texting me, and I think it might have been drunk texting. Yeah, he's not going to pick up. He virtually never picks up his cell phone.
Please leave a message.
Yeah. But
he probably just wants to go home and go to bed.
Well, he slept in the airport last night.
Yeah, and he has a bad back, and he slept on a hard bench.
Hey, did you put up the image of Froggy's couch? Is it up? Yeah. Froggy, I got to be honest, where he slept at the Indianapolis airport last night on some kind of a couch-looking device, it's actually better than I would have expected.
Because usually at the airports, each seat is by itself with the metal bars.
And has the armrest, and you can't stretch out. That's why you see people sleeping on the floor all the time if people have to sleep at the airport. And I got to be honest, Froggy sent me this picture of this couch where it's like, hey, this is where I'm sleeping tonight. And I thought to myself, man, that's like a hotel bed compared to most options at an airport. That's not bad. And if you have any kind of traveler status, if you're able to go to one of the airline's clubs, for instance, like the Delta Club or what are the Admirals Club or what, those things, they're typically, unless it's like a major international airport, they close and they're not open overnight. So you can't even if you're a member of these clubs, you can't always count on sleeping or being in a more comfortable chair inside one of those clubs. All right, on to Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, Leonardo DiCaprio. And I think that he's toying with us here. Because everyone was talking about his latest breakup. And I don't remember the names of these young women. But there was another very attractive woman, as Leonardo DiCaprio likes tall and thin, long torso, long legs. He goes for the same type, it seems, all the time. And it has been obviously joked about that, hey, if you hit 25, you're too old.
Mm-hmm. You age out.
And he seemed, if you look at his history, it looks like whenever a woman hits 25, they're not long for the relationship.
And his rationale is because he doesn't want a woman who wants to settle down and have children.
Well, that's one of the stories.
Hypothesis.
One of the stories is, I'm wondering if it's just that he likes them young.
He likes the look.
Yeah. Well, and of course, everyone talking about the latest dumping. He dumped that girlfriend. She was 25 years old and gone. Well, is Leonardo DiCaprio messing with us? Why? Because his eyes are allegedly set on Gigi Hadid. Doesn't she have a sister? Is it
Bella?
Bella
Hadid.
And what the hell do they do? Are they models?
They're both. Well, I know. I think they're both models. I know Gigi Hadid she's been in Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. I'm sure Bella Hadid, I think she's a model as well. I know Gigi's career a little bit more. Do they also have a makeup line too? I don't know. That seems to be the thing to do.
Everyone's got to have a makeup line. Listen, I'm starting a makeup line. MJ Cosmetics. Those are coming very shortly. Make a
latex.
I'm going to be like a billionaire, like what's her face, like Jenner.
Yeah. Kylie
Jenner, exactly.
No, Bella's a model too.
All right, so Bella and Gigi Hadid. Gigi is 27 years old, and multiple sources confirmed to People yesterday that Leonardo DiCaprio, who's 47, and the supermodel have been spending a lot of time together, getting to know each other in New York City. In New York City. What was that song?
I don't know.
The world I know. The world, Collective Soul. Yeah.
Okay.
Na, 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 na. That's a good song. Kind of depressing and dreary, but Collective Soul. The world I know.
Yep. Let's just keep this going the rest of the show.
That's okay. So Gigi Hadid is 27, 2 years past that cutoff age of 25. And it's not like it's set in stone. It's just you look at his history and that he just totally jettisons women that hit 25.
Yeah, he does. Maybe, though, his range, maybe his magic number, we don't realize it, but it's 20. So he wants to be 20 years apart. Now he's 47, so he'll go to 27. Maybe that's the threshold.
But look, I'm telling you, he's got a checklist. They've got to have this body. They have to have that tall, thin, slender body. They have to have a certain look.
Yeah, it's called a supermodel.
Well, thank you very much.
That's who he dates.
Thank you. So that's the Leonardo. That's the mind trick that he's playing with all of us now. All right. I have a bunch of celebrity stuff we got to get to. I've got a bunch of other things we got to get to. What time is it? I got to prioritize here. What do you think about Britney Spears revealing that she will never perform again and claims that her life has been totally traumatized and she's been humiliated into working with the tiniest backup dancers while on tour? What is this now?
Huh. I always wanted to be a Britney Spears backup dancer. That was my first career choice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that would have been, that was
you
what I
wanted to be a Britney Spears, that was your aspiration in life, to be a Britney Spears backup dancer?
That was aspiration number one, and that didn't work out. So here I am. But Britney she just did the song with Elton John. So why wouldn't she perform that in public?
Well,
didn't she just come up with that new song that we listened to?
She did,
that you and I like.
Yeah. Hold Me Closer. It's a new version of Tiny Dancer.
Yeah.
Britney Spears says she'll never perform live again and claimed that she's traumatized for life after being humiliated into working with the tiniest backup dancers. What were they, like little thumbelinas or Thumbelina? Little midget dancers. They were like, Honey, I Shrunk the Dancers. Listen to this. I'm not making you laughing.
It's Thumbelina. You were right. I'm sorry.
It is Thumbelina,
I
right?
thought thimble because a thimble's so tiny.
So she claims that she was humiliated into working with the tiniest backup dancers while on tour in a rambling post, according to the Daily Mail, that has since been deleted. Britney Spears bemoaned her previous experiences as a touring artist, as well as the preparation required for each show. She also, I guess, railed on the fact that she was embarrassed by having to dance with these little bitty tiny backup. What does that mean?
Like little teacup dogs, little purse dogs, like the backup dancers, just so tiny you can pop them in your purse.
The little teacup dog that Paris Hilton used to keep in her purse. And then when they got too big, she would have them euthanized.
I would think,
I don't know. I don't know what happened to those little. No, I'm telling you.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
I feel like Britney I think that would make her look good because her body looks great. So what does she care if they're kind of petite people behind her? It makes her look like the big star.
I don't know. I do feel bad for Britney Spears. I think that she, clearly has issues. And unfortunately, Britney is, I think, exhibiting just some mental health issues that she's been experiencing. So I wish Britney Spears the best of luck and
Leave Britney alone.
And may she never have tiny backup dancers again. I guess.
Oh wait, Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer.
Oh, I disconnected that. So maybe that's why they gave her Tiny Dancers.
Hold on. Do you think maybe by her saying that she was humiliated by working with the tiniest backup dancers? Do you think is she toying with us?
Yes, she is.
Is she playing with us?
I think so. That's what that is. She's just having some fun. It's marketing for her new song.
They're tiny dancers on tour with me. That could be what it is. Tommy Lee has joined OnlyFans. Is this like a Wang Fest? What is he going to do? Tommy Lee says, I'm now on...
Oh, wait. I thought you meant...
What?
I was thinking Tommy Lee Jones.
No, I didn't say Tommy Lee Jones. I said just Tommy Lee.
I just put a Jones there, and so I was picturing what do people want to see? How old is that guy? He's,
Tommy Lee's got to be 90. Hold on, who? Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes.
Is Tommy Lee Jones even still alive?
He was born in 46. So.
All right, so he's 74, right?
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking...
74? No, 76. 76.
Is that right?
Tommy Lee Jones would be 76 now.
Yeah, 76.
Yeah.
So I was just picturing in my head that he had joined OnlyFans, and I was wondering what kind of niche he was trying to attract.
But Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, how old is he? He's got to be 50...
He is 59.
59? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Tommy Lee has announced that he's going to go on OnlyFans, and it seems that he's suggesting that he's going to be posting more of his personal appendage pictures. Remember that image showed up on one of the social media platforms? Was it on Instagram for like a short amount of time?
Yeah, I did not see it.
Tommy Lee was in his bathroom, and his wang is just totally exposed.
I didn't see the picture. Did you see the picture?
I saw the blurred out version.
Okay.
I saw the pixelated version where they had to use a whole lot of pixels to blur out his. Yeah. So, well, what do you know about Tommy Lee?
I've heard the rumors.
All right. Well, apparently he's going to now make money off his wang on OnlyFans. So why don't you sign up and let me know how that goes?
How much would you have to? Do you have to pay for the whole? Just a
I have
subscription
no idea.
on OnlyFans? Do you have to just by him.
I have never been on OnlyFans. I have never spent a dime on OnlyFans. I've never gone to the website, or is it an app? I don't even know. I know what OnlyFans is about. We've known people. Like the nurse that moved from Boston down to Clearwater here.
Allie Ray.
Allie Ray. She's been on the show before, and she's on OnlyFans. I've never been on the site.
No, me neither.
So, you know what? Should we call Allie Ray?
Sure.
Hold on, let me call Allie Ray. Let's see if Allie Ray will take our phone call here quickly.
Let's play a game and just put people's names into your head that you might have in your phone and see if you want to call them. So what they're going to be like. I don't know. Should we call Paul Delegato?
All right, I'm calling Allie Ray. Hey, Andrew, pick up the phone. All right, tell Allie Ray it's the MJ Morning Show calling. If she recognizes the number, if she actually will pick up. But Allie Ray, she's that nurse that got a lot of attention, that she was fired from I think she was a NICU nurse up in Boston. Yeah. And
a baby nurse.
Yeah, she was a NICU nurse, and I think she was fired because they found out about her side hustle on OnlyFans. Hey, Allie Ray picked up. Hang on a minute. Hey, Allie Ray, MJ Morning Show. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, good. We're calling you with an OnlyFans question. And
of course.
How's OnlyFans going for you? You still doing well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a full-time gig. Still going at it.
And the reason why I'm calling you is, did you hear the famous individual that's now going to join OnlyFans allegedly?
If the news came out today, I haven't, because I'm on my way to Disney right now, so I haven't really been online.
You're not gonna get kicked out of Disney for wearing something too skimpy and too revealing, are you?
God, let's hope not. I was gonna dress like Layla for Star Wars, or Leia.
Princess, Princess Leia, yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you going to shoot pictures at Disney, or is this just totally for recreational purposes?
It's for recreation. It's our youngest son's birthday, so we're just going to take him for the day. He's a huge Star Wars fan.
Oh, all right. So you're not going to shoot something like X-rated on Pirates of the Caribbean or It's a Small World after all, are you?
Not today, but that would be pretty hot. I'd definitely make a spare trip for that. I think I definitely should do that.
In the Dumbo ride or something. All right. So you did not hear?
No.
A famous musical male. I'm going to give you hints, and let's see if Allie Ray can figure this out. Allie Ray, see if you can guess, a famous musical male, part of a hard rock group, sort of an 80s hair band. He has been known for some previous pictures and videos. He is known as having a larger type appendage.
He was married to someone very famous and did something with them put together.
On a boat.
On a boat.
Oh, I have no clue.
All right. How about if I sing a hook to one of their songs?
Okay, yeah. Sing a hook and let's see if I can get it.
Girls, girls, girls.
Oh, I know that song, but how do I not know what band that is? Is that is it like a Kiss?
No, it's not Kiss. No, it's not Kiss.
Tommy Lee Jones.
No. It's Tommy Lee Jones again. No. It's just Tommy Lee. There's no Jones.
I thought the same thing.
Oh, there's no Jones. It's just Tommy Lee.
No, yeah. Tommy Lee Jones is the old 80-year-old actor dude that was in The Fugitive.
and Men in Black.
Shit, wrong guy.
Yeah. No. It's just Tommy Lee from Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, that's it. Gosh, dang it.
There it is. Anyway, we just wanted to touch base with you because, you're one of the individuals we know that's on OnlyFans as the famous former neonatal intensive care nurse that got fired for having a side hustle on OnlyFans. So we thought we'd give you a call to get your opinion on Tommy Lee apparently joining OnlyFans.
Well, I'm not surprised. I think he's married to Brittany Furlan. She used to be like an old Viner. If I'm thinking about the right guy, I'm pretty sure it is him. She has.
Remember, he used to be with Pam Anderson. Remember that?
Yes.
And they made the sex tape together.
All right, so wait a minute. Can you look that up? Is Tommy Lee married to, who do you think it is, Allie?
I think he's married to Brittany Furlan. She's like an old Viner, like original content TikTok creator type person.
Yep.
She used to be on Vine, and she's hilarious, and she still does social media, but it would not surprise me because they're pretty, like, racy already with some of their content, like, online. So I think I wouldn't be surprised. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, he is married. That is his wife.
All right, and how have you been doing on OnlyFans? How have you been doing? Because I saw several stories that for a lot of the content providers that it was slowing down and people were not making the same amount of money. Are you pretty steady, or has there been a reduction?
Certainly. I mean, it's up and down. I think with the economy, definitely all creators would be lying to say they haven't felt some kind of hit just because people don't have as much spending money. And I don't think it'll ever be as good as it was during the pandemic, obviously. But, I mean, I'm really steady. I think if you look at it like a business, and, like, I'm really good about diversifying my income and really finding other ways to profit or capitalize or new audiences. I think if you can't get creative right now, you probably are struggling a lot more. The traditional ways of being successful on there are not as effective as they used to be.
So define like getting creative. Is that just using other platforms to feed people? Does it have to do with the marketing or your actual content that you're making?
Yeah, I think the market is very saturated now with girls on the platform, and males, but there's so many creators that you can't just post some sexy TikToks and expect you to drive all your traffic now. Like, it used to be very, very easy, very profitable. Now you really have to think outside the box to get your exposure, whether that be through other business endeavors or other platforms that you maybe wouldn't think about that other people aren't really capitalizing on. And I think that's where a lot of people are still stuck in their traditional ways and they never really had a plan. And so, yeah, it is a lot to do with marketing and different audiences.
Right. And Allie, you've made millions now off of OnlyFans, correct?
Yes, correct. Yep.
Well,
love it.
Yeah.
I guess I guess you can afford the expensive Disney tickets.
Mm-hmm. What is it? It's not fast passes anymore.
I just hate the drive from Tampa to Orlando. It's like never a good time.
Just get a jet.
Traffic.
Just buy a jet.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty frugal though. I'm pretty like I could afford to do those things, but I still got that old school, like, no, I'm not paying that. I'll just drive it, type thing. So it's just, I'm still very humble in that way.
Awesome. Allie Ray, former nurse, OnlyFans. We've had her on the show a couple of times. And, I was telling Roxanne, I've never been on OnlyFans.
And so that was our question.
Yeah.
We didn't know how, Tommy Lee, how you pay for a subscription. Is it just for him? You just pay him?
I've never been on the platform. I've never signed on. I've never subscribed. I've never paid for content. I just haven't been so how does it work?
So basically, they're going to create a page and they're going to have two options. Their page can be free, and then they can just sell everything on their page, or they can make a subscription price for, $20 a month or whatever, where people pay, and once you're in, you see everything. People have different models and ways that they go about doing things. I have the subscription model. I just think it's more effective. And so they'll probably, in my opinion, they'll put a price on there, or they'll let everyone for free and then just sell everything in the messages.
How many subscribers do you have now?
It's up and down, but, somewhere in the 30, I have two pages. So one page has like 37,000 and the other's like 22,000. So
whoa. And how much a month how much do you charge a subscriber a month?
So new subscribers would pay $12.99 a month. And then I have discounts for people that renew their subscription.
All right, but if I take 50,000 subscribers and I just say times $10 a month, that's 500,000 a month.
Yeah, so I have a free page where I have like 36,000, and those subscribers don't pay for a subscription, but they buy my content, like it's all my videos.
All right, but still, it's pretty darn lucrative though. Still, what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, I wish
I think it's what you put into it, and I think they'll do well. They both have really big personalities, and I imagine their content will be more than just the typical OnlyFans content. I'm sure they'll do a lot.
I don't know if the wife's involved. It just said that Tommy Lee was joining. So
interesting. Yeah, I would be surprised if she didn't tap in that, but who knows?
If she didn't tap in, what is that?
No pun intended.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I hear you.
Tap right in.
Yeah, and it's going to be big. All right. Hey, have a great time at Disney, Allie Ray, and I'm sure we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
All right.
Take
bye-bye.
care.
So, hey, listen, I mean, and she's so intelligent sounding. You know, she's highly educated. She's a registered nurse that now does, this. She was a naval. She was a neonatal intensive care unit nurse.
Brains and beauty.
Up in the Boston area. All right, a couple of things. How much time do I have? All right, I got a couple of minutes here, and then we got our final chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up. Mariah Carey's Atlanta home is on the market, $6.5 million. What is significant about Mariah Carey's Atlanta home?
It was broken into.
It was burgled. You are correct. I just like saying burgled. Her home has hit the market for $6.5 million. 12,575 square feet, 4 acres of gated land. A recording studio is inside the house. And this was the home that was broken into while she was on vacation. And there was a ring of thieves in the Atlanta area that was hitting all of these celebrity houses. And remember, my question was, why the hell didn't they have an alarm system?
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm looking at the pictures of this house. This is so Mariah. You see all the furniture in the kitchen. It's all pink. Pink cushion, pink chairs, and like big gaudy chandeliers.
But I'm looking at some rooms are done tastefully, but then other images are gaudy beyond belief.
Yeah, most of the ones I'm looking at are pretty gaudy or pretty girly.
And I'm not sure I know any of his work, but I just wanted to talk about the waffles and chicken. Rapper P&B Rock was fatally shot at the famous Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Los Angeles.
Have you been there?
Have I been there?
Well, have I been there?
What am I new? I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in L.A. for 2 years.
Yeah.
Of course I've been to Roscoe's Fried Chicken and Waffles.
The staple.
Well, he wasn't stapled there. He was shot there. Rapper P&B Rock was shot dead during a robbery at Roscoe's yesterday morning. Fatal shooting, Philadelphia native, around 1:23 p.m. The restaurant is in Inglewood, and not far from where the Staples Center is, obviously. L.A. Police Captain Kelly Muniz told the newspaper the suspect waved a gun inside the eatery, demanded items from the victim. The rapper's jewelry was targeted, so he was all loaded up with blingity, bling, bling, blingity, bling, bling, bling. And I guess the robber wanted his jewelry. Guess he resisted and shot the rapper. The rapper's real name is 30-year-old Rakeem Hashim Allen. Was rushed to a hospital and he died.
Wow, that's tragic.
He was at the restaurant with his girlfriend. And now listen, I got to be honest, I really didn't do the story because of the rapper. I just wanted to talk about Roscoe's famous chicken and waffles.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his songs.
They started that whole thing, and now you got copycats and menu items all over the country at restaurants where they have, fried chicken and waffles. But it started at Roscoe's. That's like the origination.
Yeah.
They
Good pairing.
They put it on the map. All right, when we get back.
An audio clue.
Do you know what that is?
Of course I do.
All right, we've got an update on Yeah, this didn't turn out well. So hold on, we'll get into that. I have some late morons in the news and just a lot of loose ends that we'll get to next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, let's 9:32 MJ Morning Show on Q105. It is just myself, MJ, and Roxanne in the studio because Froggy had a travel nightmare yesterday. I'm sure we'll hear all about it. I got all of these angry texts from him last night, and he was like making all these disparaging comments about the Southwest gate agent and calling the guy all kinds of names and everything. It's like, dude, it's not the gate agent's fault. The gate agent didn't say, hey, our flight is going to be delayed because of my choosing, so you're going to miss your connecting flight in Atlanta to get back to Tampa. It's not that, but Froggy was just, calling the guy names. It was almost like he was drunk.
Well, you just have a lot of anger when you're in those travel situations, and he doesn't travel that often. He's not used to that.
So listen to this.
Yeah.
So I texted Kim, Froggy's wife, last night. I'm like, what is going on? Is he drinking at the airport, and is he texting and drinking? And Kim said to me, just ignore him. I have. So apparently he must have been texting Kim. You know what? I got to call Kim up.
Yeah, because she'll answer her phone.
Oh, Kim answers her phone. Kim is Froggy's wife. All right, hold on. And then I got to apologize for something. What's Kim's number? I just want to make sure I have it.
When you're traveling and you get bumped from a flight and you have to sleep in an airport, you just feel like it's one of the lowest points. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I've never slept in an airport.
Well, I have. And I slept in JFK airport. And
hey, Andrew, see if Kim picks up. Kim is Froggy's wife. So you slept in JFK by yourself?
By myself.
When was this?
Back in my single days.
Oh, yeah. Last week?
No, I was actually working up there, and the flights got delayed, so I ended up sleeping in JFK on one of the couches out there. And the worst thing is just overnight, all you hear are the vacuuming and the machines cleaning the airport.
The floor cleaners
yes.
going through. Whenever I'm at JFK, it just seems that the fire alarm always goes off there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like every time. Whenever I go through like Terminal 3, whatever it is. Is it going right, the voice? Yeah, the Froggy family's ignoring me right now. But apparently, Froggy was texting his wife all of this like maniacal string of crazy texts. And I said to her, I texted her, like, what is going on with Froggy? Is he drunk at the airport? Is he just drunk? And he said, just ignore him. I'm ignoring him. All right, folks, I have to apologize in advance for this.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. Mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark.
Daddy shark, daddy shark, daddy shark.
All right, so I have to apologize because I needed that to actually punctuate the story. Yeah, it's turns out that a dead Oklahoma inmate is suing over baby shark.
Wait, so he's dead and he's suing?
Yeah, hold on, Andrew. What are you giving me? Andrew's giving me.
Yeah, I had the same question that Roxanne had.
Right.
He's posthumously suing.
Well,
is that how you say the word?
Posthumously is the correct pronunciation of the word, meaning after death. Like you posthumously win an award or you're recognized. All right, here's the deal: an Oklahoma County inmate.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's not often I sneeze live on the air, but that was one of those occasions. An Oklahoma County inmate who was found dead in his jail cell over the weekend was a plaintiff in a lawsuit against the county alleging that back in 2019, he and other inmates were tortured by jail employees who repeatedly forced them to listen to this. All right, so the claim is that the guards the jail employees forced them to repeatedly listen to Baby Shark for hours at a time. Sounds like a CIA black site waterboarding facility or something.
That really is what it is. It's the guy says it's a known torture device that's used by CIA to play it on loop for hours on end.
Baby Shark is a CIA torture device. So John Basco, 48, was found unresponsive in his jail cell on Sunday morning. According to the Oklahoma County Detention Center officials, they put out a news release. He was pronounced dead after the jail workers began life-saving efforts. Basco's death is the 14th this year at the jail. How do you have 14 inmates that have died in a year at this jail? Something else seems to be going on there. That's a little weird. Jail spokesman Mark Opgrand said there were no obvious signs of foul play, and they'll look into the possibility of a drug overdose. We'll see what happens. Or maybe he had an aneurysm because of the pent-up Baby Shark music. I don't know. But Basco, who was booked into jail on Thursday on drug trafficking complaints, was among a group of inmates suing the county in federal court for allegedly being handcuffed to a wall and forced to listen to Baby Shark on repeat for hours at a time back in 2019.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark.
That's a weird story. That's enough of that. But that's weird.
Yeah. Did you see what else his attorney said about him? He said he was calm, clear-eyed. He knows what's up. He's not going to make any trouble. He was a quiet man, an intelligent man. And John Basco was the best witness the district attorney had on the Baby Shark torture case, and now he's gone.
So, could there be any Baby Shark nanigans going on here?
Yeah, I think so.
You got that Baby
fish
Shark?
I got that. I was trying to think of a fish food joke, but it didn't.
Baby Shark nanigans, yeah.
It was a good one.
No, it wasn't. But think about it. If he was the best witness and now he expires in his cell?
Something fishy about that.
No pun intended. Something fishy.
We learned our lesson with Daviana. Evelyn Jade was on the Baby Shark train for a while and drove us crazy, but we didn't even let Daviana ever really listen to it. Never was a thing for her.
All right, lightning round. I got a couple of minutes here before we have to shut things down. This is out of Polk County. Lovely Polk County, just to the right of us. Well, I'm in Pinellas right now, so it would be not just to the right of me is Hillsborough, and then just to the right of Hillsborough is Polk County. But typically I'm in Hillsborough because I live in Hillsborough, just work in Pinellas for now. A Polk County man was arrested and accused of urinating on a family after his demands for money were ignored. Wait a minute. How does the family not have the ability to run away to avoid getting peed on? All right, this is nuts.
Yeah, he's got really good aim.
Polk County deputies said that 18-year-old Enrique Alvarez Salinas of Auburndale appeared to be drunk off his butt. The police report says that he accosted this family as they arrived at their home near Georgia Street and US 17 in Bartow. Happened Sunday night. And deputies said that this Alvarez Salinas demanded money for the family, was swinging a beer bottle around, and the family tried to, calm the dude down. But then deputies said that he urinated on the family. So what? How do you not have you got a drunk guy waving a bottle around. How do you not have the ability to get out of the way of this guy peeing on you?
Maybe he was so drunk that he thought someone got stung by a jellyfish and he was trying to help them.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, when friends of the victim showed up at the home, this Enrique guy then got into his truck and he fled the scene. Yeah, Bartow police, they found him because he was blowing through stop signs, and then he crashed into a car and then crashed a second time at Nye Jordan Park, where then he tried to run on foot, but then the Pasco County Sheriff's Office canine unit.
Well, he left it. He had a scent.
Took a bite out of crime.
He left his scent everywhere for the canines to really good.
Hey, I wonder if the canine officers say, "Hey, What do you do for a living? Oh, I help take a bite out of crime. The canine handlers.
That's their slogan.
Yeah, take a bite out of. What if they ever use that?
They should.
Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
They
it's
ought.
True.
Yep. All right, how much time for?
Well, I have to. Can I bring up one thing?
Yeah.
All right. Been getting hit up on the text line regarding a recipe we referenced earlier in the show. So I just want to let everybody know that we are going to put the recipe we talked about with the crescent roll and the cheese inside because we're talking about.
You referenced it.
Yes, I did.
I want no part of that thing.
Well,
that thing sounds like a Frankenstein dessert or whatever that is.
The people have asked for it, so I'm going to put it on myq105.com on the MJ Morning Show page.
All right, here's the deal. Earlier today, we were talking about cheddar cheese on apple pie, and it sounds like the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, but apparently it's a thing. Cheddar cheese on apple pie. And then you brought up this bastardized Frankenstein dessert.
It's delicious.
That you make.
It's an appetizer. It's not dessert.
And what is in this thing again?
It's cheese and preserves, whatever kind of jelly preserves you want, and crushed walnuts or almonds. Wrap it up in the crescent roll. It takes 15 minutes, and everybody at the party, like you're the biggest hit ever. I think I'm going to make it and bring it for us for breakfast.
You don't make your own dough. You cheat, and you use the Pillsbury Poppin' Fresh crescent roll, right?
That's the point. It's a recipe of convenience and ease. Yes.
It's a recipe of laziness.
You know what?
Right?
It's laziness, but everyone is still in awe of it.
We got to roll. So you're going to write the recipe. You're going to put it up on mjmorningshow.com.
Yes, on mjmorningshow.com. And we didn't get to my favorite story that I just slid to you.
Which one? The texting?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to it tomorrow. Yep. We'll get to it mañana, okay?
Okay.
All right, folks, have a great day. Website's loaded. If you didn't see the girl that was spraying gasoline all over a gas station, an Exxon station, you got to see the video. Go to mjmorningshow.com, and it's in the videos that we mentioned on the show. You got to see this. Folks, have a great day. mjmorningshow.com.